I caught him.
That was incredible.
Dude, nobody better. Nobody. Hell yeah, guys.
Hey everyone, this is Danny B. Hope you guys are having a great day. I'm rocking my Tennessee orange because big week for my football team, the Tennessee Volunteers. We got to take on Alabama this weekend. But that's for my other channel, Danny B. Vols. Go check that one out. Bring in the NASCAR guys. We're talking NASCAR here on the NASCAR Weekly Podcast featuring Eric and Jarrett the Iceberg.
This is the only Alabama we care about this week.
Yes,
Talladega.
Talladega.
Yeah.
This is interesting. For the first time ever, I am trying out this new ability for NWP where it gives me the option to stream horizontal and vertical, and I'm seeing two different screens on my end. And the vertical one, I think it's only showing me, so I don't know how I feel about that.
Oh,
I don't know if it's only just looking weird on my end or if it's actually appearing that way. But if you are watching us on the YouTube Shorts tab somehow, hello. We have a much bigger version. There's more than just me here. It randomly went to now. There's Jarrett in the middle.
I'm just popping it each way.
Interesting how this works here. But the best thing about all this is YouTube is working. It's working, guys. So we are on here, and we got a lot to talk about. We're gonna have a mystery guest on later. We hope. Who do you guys?
fingers crossed.
Be?
The real mystery is if they show up.
And
The real mystery was if we were even going to get to start the show, but we did.
The real mystery is the real mystery guest is the friends we made along the way.
Indeed. Let's talk about Las Vegas. Denny Hamlin gets his emotional win number 60. I hadn't seen Denny show that much emotion after a win in a while. If y'all haven't known, there's a lot of stuff going behind the scenes with his dad right now. So this one meant a lot to him. And I for one, was very happy to see Denny win. I know a lot of times it's just a meme. Oh, all this for a Hamlin win. This one felt good. And considering how close he was, a couple weeks ago, it feels good to see him get this one.
Yeah. I'm
Go for it, Jarrett.
he's a sentimental favorite, I think, right now. I would say so. I mean, it's like all the emotion coming in with it, and between the championship side of it, the side of it of getting to his goal of 60, his father, all of that. Like, I think the last time I remember him being this emotional for a win was, I think, Pocono 2009. He won like right after his grandmother passed away. And it's like a motivated Denny Hamlin is one of the best versions of Denny Hamlin, where I think he had said that at the end of the race, he really didn't even know exactly what he was doing. He was just driving. He was just instinct leading the way. I thought it was, really, really good, touching moment.
And I thought that answer also explained the end of the Kansas race, which was obviously controversial. But he said even after Kansas, I just saw win 60 and I went for it, and it didn't work out for him or Bubba Wallace or Toyota in that case. But I think you're right. The more I think about it, sentimental. It's not a word I would often use to describe Denny Hamlin, but this weekend it certainly fits. And I think the next 3 weeks, you look at the remaining 8 drivers, there's a lot of legacies on the line. A championship 4 appearance is huge. Winning a championship is even bigger. But I do think as storylines go, the Denny Hamlin arc would be the most satisfying. If he is able to finally seal the deal and etch his name in the history books officially as a champion, say what you want about the format, Denny Hamlin is a champion, like that would close out his story. I know he has another year or 2 left likely, but that would close out a Hall of Famer story in such a special way. It would have been like if Peyton Manning never won with the Colts and that Super Bowl with the Broncos was his one and only. I mean, a little different because, Denny's been with the same team his whole career, I suppose. But yeah, it'd be incredible for him to end his career at or very near the top. So that storyline is fascinating. He's also the only he's one of the few all-time greats in the sport still at the top of their game. When Christopher Bell wins a race, it's It's great. Hey, up and coming. He's going to be here a long time. Could be a legend one day, but he's not there yet. When Denny wins a race, it's one of those, hey, we're witnessing history here. You can now make an argument he is a top 10 driver ever in the flesh, still doing it. So I think there's a lot of respect there for the history and the prestige that comes with Denny Hamlin at this point.
So there's always been the comparison to Mark Martin, which I think, the more modern comparison of best drivers to never win a championship, of being so close so many times. If any other driver was driving against them that wasn't, Dale Earnhardt, Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson, and Kyle Busch, you name it, for each of these drivers, that they would have maybe multiple championships. But I saw a comparison that was kind of going around a little bit on the X side of NASCAR fandom, that made me think a little bit. If he wins it this year, would he, instead of being the Mark Martin of this era, if he wins a championship, would he be the Bobby Allison of this era? Bobby Allison raced 18 straight seasons before he got his lone championship.
True.
In 1983, I want to say it was, and he went against the best of the best. He went against the Earnhardts, the Waltrips, Pettys, Pearson, all of them. And I think that's honestly would be a really cool parallel, because that's something you don't see that very much. That's like a once in a 40-year kind of deal, like once in a generation or two, probably two, that you would actually see somebody after that long still at the top of their game, closing it out finally.
Yeah, it'll be special if he can get it done. But just winning 60 and getting back to the championship 4, he hadn't been there in the next gen car. I thought it was interesting. His podcast, he mentioned, I want to say he said that the 2016 Daytona 500 win, that photo finish with Truex, I want to say he said that was like win number 27. He's won 33 races in the last like 8 years.
Yep.
The consistency year after year, different crew chiefs, different generations of car. I mean, he is extremely talented. Say what you will, he may not always love his attitude. Maybe it comes off as arrogant from time to time, but he is one of the most talented drivers today ever. And so it's cool. It is cool. I think there's fans now appreciating the history we are seeing be written in real time.
It's kind of interesting to see, in my opinion, how there was kind of a brief fall off. If you guys remember, when he drove the purple cars, the 2017, 2018 years,
yeah,
that purple with the little orange swoosh on it, just something seemed off about him in that time. He didn't win, and you started to then wonder, oh wow, he's been around for a minute. Is this where we start to see him kind of fall off? But then all of a sudden he got back situated, got back going.
Chris Gabehart came on board around 2019, I think, and
yeah.
And
then once that happened, he's not looked back. It's one of those moments, like, I think I really want to see two things in these next few years in NASCAR. I want to see Kyle Busch win a Daytona 500, and I want to see Denny Hamlin win a NASCAR Cup Series championship. But similar to my Vols winning at Alabama this weekend, I won't believe it until I see it happen.
We like closure, we like a good Hollywood ending. That's why they're called Hollywood endings. They send you home happy. We want Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin, these all-time greats, to end on a high note, to put a bow on their career.
You mentioned the Peyton Manning comparison, and I've thought briefly, like, wouldn't it be cool if he won a championship, and then all the bull crap he's had to deal with NASCAR this year, he just said, I'm going to retire right here. But it's a lot harder in NASCAR. There's already contracts that are set in place. There's money on the line, quite literally, for the JGR sponsorship department. A whole lot harder for them to do something like that, which, granted, Carl Edwards made it happen, so weirder things have happened.
Well, it was a hell of a battle for the win, though, too. Like, it wasn't like he just coasted. Like I'd said on my post-race show, like, if you just look at the box score of started on pole and won the race, you'd think, oh, probably dominated, led 200 laps. Like, what a boring race. He led 9 laps.
Yeah. And I think they were all at the very end, because I think Briscoe got the jump on him pretty much right at the start to lead the opening laps.
I think he had like a shifting issue right at the start where he couldn't get into 5th gear on the backstretch. And at that point, I was just, in my mind at the start, I was thinking, Oh my God. Here it goes again. It's typical Denny luck. Like as soon as he has everything lined up perfectly, the racing gods are like, no. But I mean, like he'd said about the instinct thing and everything else like that. I mean, he wowed some people. He wowed Kyle Larson. I don't know if you saw what Larson said, but he was talking about how he's like, I couldn't believe he took that line. Like I thought I had covered enough at the top that he wasn't going to go up there, and he surprised me being up there.
No, that was so fun because NBC cut to I think they cut to his onboard as he made that move happen, and you could see the gap start to close. And then Larson, credit to him, was like, "Oh shoot, I'll respect it. You're there. Let's race it." And they did. No, they put on a great show. Larson almost cleared himself off of Hamlin and coming off of turn 2. I thought that was going to be another like Kansas 2024, I think, kind of wreck between those two. But then what I thought was crazy was Hamlin clears Larson down the backstretch, runs the wall, and makes up like 8 car lengths on Briscoe in half a lap. I know Briscoe was on older tires, but like Larson couldn't catch him like that. Denny Hamlin got that car wound up and just blew his doors off. Like it was pretty quick. It wasn't quite, Tyler Reddick last lap at Homestead kind of, rocket ship, but I was still just like I think I was getting ready to tweet like, oh, is Denny going to have enough time to get, oh, he's there. Oh, he's past him. I was like, oh, shoot. That took no time at all. He made that look easy. So, no, it was a exciting finish, no doubt.
All in all, the top 4 for this race was Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson, Christopher Bell, and Chase Briscoe. Guys, would any of you guys be surprised if that was our championship 4 lineup?
I still had Briscoe before this week as my championship pick.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked. I would have been shocked, not shocked, but surprised coming in because I'm surprised Blaney's no longer in the picture, but we'll get to him in a moment. Joe Gibbs Racing and Hendrick are the best teams right now everywhere except the short flat tracks and the super speedways. Unfortunately for them, the next 2 tracks are a short flat and a super speedway. So we'll see if it stays like that. But for now, yes, they're in a good position.
I definitely have my wonders, and we'll talk a little bit about where they are in the playoffs here shortly. But I have my wonders. Joey Logano he gave everyone a scare. He got up into the top part of it there towards the end. He ends up finishing 6th in this one, and he does improve, I think, a little bit where his points were coming into this, if I'm not mistaken.
He broke even. But I have to admit, when I saw he was going to be up there, the first thing in my head is like, oh my God, Danny's going to get it right again.
if I had got that right, I would have swept the weekend too.
If you got that right, I would have bought you a lottery ticket. It's like, damn, son, like that's good. That's amazing. Yeah. But I mean, they played it right. I mean, a lot of this race, they were not in position to score many points. They got stage points. Kind of unfortunately for his teammate, every single one of the remaining guys got stage points right after Blaney decided to kapow into the wall. Like it was his choice. Blaney, of those 2 that we talked about, Blaney and Byron, like at least Byron got stage points and did really well during the race and mitigated the problem. Like Blaney, it was the worst possible way it could have happened, which is total Ryan Blaney luck.
Yeah. It's so interesting though. Like, quickly I saw people saying, oh, just terrible luck for Blaney. Terrible. I'm like, I don't know if it's luck because he's blown a tire now in 3 straight Las Vegas weekends. Usually it's happened in practice. This time it happened in the race. 2 weeks ago, he blew a tire in practice at Kansas. They're doing something. This is the result of Team Penske just being off on the intermediate tracks all year. So they're pushing really hard. They're trying things outside the box and they're blowing tires. They're blowing right rears. They're blowing left fronts. I think it's self-inflicted. Like it wasn't Blaney's fault. Ryan Blaney himself, I don't think did anything wrong. It's on Jonathan Hassler, the engineering department. Team Penske just missed it. And sometimes missing it looks like, hey, we're 18th. Other times missing it is, oh shit, the tire blew and we're in the wall lap 20. And that's unfortunately what happened to Blaney. I'm just surprised that they would push it that hard in a race where they didn't need, like he entered this race as the 2 seed. Get out of Las Vegas with a top 10, top 15, and you're good to go the rest of the way. How good he is at Dega and Martinsville, you're good to go. They didn't need to push it that hard, yet apparently they did. I'm convinced it was a setup issue at this point. There's been too many blown tires for it to be all a fluke, I think.
Well, I remember Steve Letarte talking about that. So like back in like 2014, Dale Jr. like just had a rocket ship at Kansas, and it looked like he was gone. About halfway through the race, there was no one near him. And I remember because ESPN goes like to commercial, and they're following him on their nonstop coverage. And all of a sudden you just see pop, and he goes right into the wall. And Letarte later talked about that, and basically like, how Goodyear gives you these parameters on like the camber and different things to set up. And it's up to you if you really want to push it. And Letarte was like, we were pushing it. I'm almost certain you're right on that. They probably pushed it. They probably understand that, Talladega is a crapshoot. Martinsville, they're good. And I think they'll compete. Obviously Blaney's been pretty damn good there, but it's not like he's been far away the best. Like Elliott's been up there, Larson's been up there, Byron dominates some of these races. Like it's going to be a dogfight. Whereas like this is a place they could have pounced. And I think that's probably what it was. They've been on that razor's edge all year, and we see each side of it. And this is the worst possible time that the wrong side of the razor is where they landed.
Yeah. Tough break. Worst break. It wasn't worse. You're right. Blaney getting no stage points was worse, but it was still pretty bad for William Byron to go from almost a guaranteed top 5 above the cut line to now he's 15 points out. This has been the talk of the week. Ty Dillon coming to pit road. Oh, Jarrett's got a replay. Oh, shoot. Jump scare. Yeah. Ty Dillon coming to pit road. No signal, no communication between the spotters. Byron runs up on the back of him and they both crash. Now, we saw a few sketchy incidents on pit road, getting onto pit road. Guys entering a lot higher even than Dillon was there. We know now that the 10 spotter has been fired. We don't know explicitly it was because of this, but it was probably because of this. But Chris Rice of College Racing actually defended his team and kind of threw some of the blame on the 24, said, hey, well, you got to watch where you're going. It's okay, Chris. Okay. Sticking up for his guys. I get it. But yeah, what happened there? I mean, what do y'all think? Like, I'm still kind of stunned.
I'm just putting it like this. Eric, go out on the interstate of Dallas and slam your brakes and then tell the other driver, watch where you're going.
People do that here all the damn time.
You're right. I mean, like, I get that, the spotter should have said something, but the fact is, like, I don't know about you guys. Every driver ever, it seems like they wave that they're going to pit road, and he didn't. He was an extra lane up, and I know they used the McDowell reason. I think McDowell got a penalty for that when Shane Van Gisbergen almost hit him. I think he had to do a pass through because he ended up hitting the cone. He was so far over.
Yeah.
And it's just it's a stupid mistake. I get, you can pin it on the spotter, and sure, maybe the spotter didn't communicate it correctly. They did. Yeah, they did. Yeah. But like, it's also up to the driver to signal. Like, yeah, it's, the other one is like, go on the interstate, hit the brakes because you're turning, but don't turn on your signal. Like the driver, no one's going to be expecting you to turn in that moment. So it's, I just don't get where the lack of communication was.
I find this interesting. Peter Stratus talked about what Dale Jr. said, and he said Dale said he never waved. He said Jr. said he would always jerk the car, but he still gave some kind of indication to them what he was doing.
There's still a signal.
No, to kind of piggyback off your analogy, Jarrett, it's like on the highway when there's traffic, you can change lanes without using your turn signal. We don't recommend it. We shouldn't do it. Could lead to a wreck, could lead to issues, but 99% of the time, there's no real issue. You're able to change lanes, you go on your day. But every now and then,
do that without signaling, you're going to be like that Family Guy skit.
But every now and then, if you keep leaving, if you keep forgetting the little details, eventually it's going to bite you. There will come a time where you don't signal and someone runs into you and it's a big wreck. And that's sort of what happened here. Was it just felt like the 10 team between the spotter and Ty Dillon, the driver, they kind of just let go of the little details. And this was one of those rare instances where it actually did bite them in a huge, huge way. If they paid attention to the little details, gave a signal, swerved the car, spotters communicate better, any one of those things happen, good chance this wreck is avoided. But it wasn't. The team seemed to pin it on the spotter, I guess. Maybe that was a Chevy directive. I have no clue. But yeah, it's just rough for Byron, no doubt.
I will raise one point, though. This pit road is sketchier than most. It's a curved pit road. You basically have to slow down on the racing surface. There is no off ramp, basically, like Kansas would have, or even Charlotte in some ways. Like, I'm surprised this doesn't happen more. And I'm surprised that, like, there hasn't at any point, and maybe they'll repave it. Maybe they'll reconfigure that part of it whenever they repave it next to make it easier. I almost wonder at some of these tracks where because it's not the only one, but where some of them where you have to basically stop on the racing surface. If they don't just do what they do at Atlanta and under green, you enter into turn 3 on the apron. I want to say IndyCar does this on a lot of ovals too, where you enter turn 3 on the apron, you go like 100, 120 down there, and then you slow down to pit speed so you're safely off the racetrack that way. Like maybe that's a way to do it, because there's been a few times in the past where people have narrowly missed and they've been down on the bottom. It is sketchy. Maybe it's just not that much of a problem. It's just like a one race thing or something like that. But I'm just
It's something they
raising
could
up some
consider.
solutions.
They've been able to do it at Atlanta and without much issue. And this track is less sketchy than Atlanta. There's not a big pack usually bearing down on you. So it could absolutely be an option going forward. But yeah, tough deal for Byron there for sure.
Real quick, want to give some shout outs for some other guys who got some top 10s this weekend that, have kind of just needed a little bit of a morale boost. One, Alex Bowman, he finished 7th in this one. He actually had a lot of speed there at the end, and but unfortunately, it just kind of the other guy stepped up when they needed to the most, and he fell off in the 7th. Kyle Busch getting people some free queso or something like that because he got a top 8. He finished 8th. Unk still got it. Hang the banner.
I think I predicted like 2 or 3 months ago he was not going to get a top 10 again this year, and I think this was his first top 10 set. So he blew up my prediction, but it also did take quite some time.
I think I actually got one right then because I countered you and said, "Well, I think he will get a top 10." So I think that helped me as well. Ryan Preece and Brad Kozlowski, the RFK boys, they come in 9th and 10th in this one, and just outside of the top 10 was their teammate Chris Buescher, 12th.
Yeah, RFK Racing as an organization, like collectively, have been the best performing non-playoff team. It is a shame they didn't get one of their cars in the playoffs, because I think they probably wouldn't be a round of 8 team, but they could have been around a 12 team as consistent as they've been.
On that SVG, man, he had top 10 speed again. Like he was legitimately running like 8th or 9th past Christopher Bell
that he wanted, but
no, but the improvement is there and it's consistent now. It's been multiple races at similar tracks at different ovals. We're seeing top 5, top 10 speed as we go, and that's the improvement that you want at this point. If you're an SVG fan, you want to see him get more of that speed and consistently be up there, because even if he doesn't run the top 10 next year at a bunch of these races, if he's consistently a top 15 or so guy, he runs basically where his teammates run a lot of these times. That is going to do a hell of a lot more points wise, regardless of what the championship is. Like he's going to be higher up next year.
And if NASCAR dramatically changes or gets rid of the playoffs and, suddenly winning you're in isn't a thing, SVG is going to have to prove that Justin Marks made the right decision getting him in the Cup Series full time. So yeah, if he can be more consistent, boom, bada bing, bada boom. There you go. I just got accosted. Amelia just brought me her Chick-fil-A fries apparently from dinner. The big debate. No, just the fries. But they changed the fry recipe a few months ago.
Mm-hmm.
I have not heard that.
They did. They're now a little crunchier. They're a little crispier. Some people hate them. I'll be honest, they're not that different. But Amelia hates them now, so I get all of her leftover fries. Yeah, Chat, what do you think? Old Chick-fil-A fries or new Chick-fil-A fries? Y'all know what I'm talking about.
I'm going to take a scene from our super chatters. Hashtag I stand with Chick-fil-A fries.
I saw Toby Christie had tweeted out that there's been kind of rumblings about this, but Las Vegas being rumored as a 2027 finale, part of that rotation.
Getting SMI involved a little bit.
Do you guys think that Las Vegas Motor Speedway, I don't know, not just the racing, but in general, has shown what it takes to deserve that slot? Because I know racing wise, I'll be honest, I think it's one of the weaker of the 1.5 mile tracks. I think it's still good, but I think it's not as good. And then facility wise, Eric, I know you've been there, but I've heard it's a bit older. It's a typical SMI track.
Yeah, it's okay. It looks like they stopped doing renovations in the mid 2000s, so it holds up all right. I mean, it could be the championship. It's the Phoenix of the 1.5 miles, though. Like it's a decent race, arguably better than Phoenix. Sure. Flashy city, I guess. You're not far. Like you're literally like 15, 20 minutes from downtown. So it's pretty close.
I think
to
that's what's most important in NASCAR in this case, because similar to Phoenix, Miami, now Las Vegas, those are big city markets that they want an end of the year finale to be at, because it seems like it's anything like this year, they're going to keep that championship week in that market. So these are cities that make sense.
plenty of hotels to do a banquet at Vegas.
No one would necessarily agree with it, but Texas Motor Speedway, Fort Worth, Dallas area, it fits the picture.
Yeah, I was going to say the only issue I could see is the further back you push this Vegas race, you're going to run up against F1. And I do think F1 Vegas, like when you think Las Vegas and racing now, I think the average person doesn't think NASCAR. They think, oh, Formula One. That'd be like NASCAR holding their championship in Monaco. Like, oh, yeah, that's really cool. That's not NASCAR. That's F1.
When is that race?
It's like the Saturday before Thanksgiving or after one of the others.
It's like mid to late November. Yeah.
I want to make a point, though. The crowd was pretty pitiful, honestly, outside of like maybe the center of the grandstands. And then Formula One had to drastically slash the prices of going to that race because they can't sell tickets. Like Vegas just it doesn't seem as receptive to racing. Like it's cool to have like a glitz and glamour thing pop up for F1 for a year. But like that, I mean, outside of the race itself, that was a freaking disaster that first year, all bad PR. Like it's just there's so much to do now. And now the NFL has basically stopped doing the gentleman's agreement with every other sport of like, okay, like we'll have an away game. No, they're like, screw you. We're going head to head with you. Like Panthers, Raiders, like we know they suck and we'll still draw more people than you.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
See, I think now we can actually talk a little bit about how the playoff grid looks after this one. So Denny Hamlin, of course, does advance in this one, but Kyle Larson is sitting second, 35 points ahead. Christopher Bell, third, 20 points ahead. And Chase Briscoe sits on the cutoff line, but a fairly comfortable 15-point gap to William Byron, followed by Chase Elliott, 23 points back. Then it gets a little bit closer. Joey Logano, 24 points back, which he made some good ground. But Blaney, he does drop back a lot. And it almost feels like for both the Penske guys, they need to try their best to each split a win at these next two tracks if they want to make it to Phoenix again, which Blaney, I feel good about him at Martinsville. Logano, sneaky, but he has won at Talladega before, but it's been a minute since he won at Talladega, if I'm not mistaken.
Like 29th place average, I think, with this car. Like he's just, he runs great.
Their teammate Austin Cindric did win in the spring, so
I think Logano is more in a must win than Blaney. Like 31 points can be made up at Talladega in one corner. A crash in stage 2, and all of a sudden Blaney gets like third in a stage, and those 8 points tie him with Logano, and then 24 points can again be exchanged in one corner on the last lap. Logano, just I don't think he's going to have the speed for Martinsville that his teammate or that the Hendrick cars or that the Gibbs cars will have.
Yeah, that's probably true. I can't put this in our prediction segment later because I don't think it's easy to quantify, but one of my predictions, unofficial predictions, is that Talladega will be less of a wild card than Las Vegas was. Because it's like we always say, oh, it's a wild card. People wreck all the time. Yeah, usually several people wreck. So it's not like at Las Vegas, you had 2 wrecks and that was it. You're probably going to get 4 or 5 wrecks of the playoff guys at Talladega. Like 5 of the 8 are going to wreck. So it's like, if are you really losing that many points when all your competitors are back there with you, with limping around with damage? So yes, there's the potential. I think the reason it's a wild card is there's less in your control as the driver for sure. But as far as how this race is going to really impact the standings, I don't think it's going to be a huge swing. I think I think if you're Ryan Blaney and Joey Logano, go do what you do here. Go get stage points. I think they could easily get 15 plus stage points each, and that would be huge. And that would take you out of must-win territory. But that's probably what it's going to take, because I would not count on, making up a bunch of points, because as easy as your competitors could wreck, those two could wreck. Joey Logano's crashed out of almost every super speedway race this year. So the one he didn't was Talladega Spring. He got disqualified for playing funny business with the spoiler. So like I would just, you can't bet on guys wrecking. You kind of just have to go take it. And if you wreck, they'll probably be back there with you. So go get the stage points when they're available.
I feel like it was one person though is going to be like 45, 50 points back after. Like there'll be one.
Possible.
But it could go either way nowadays. It really could. But Danny, what way did the ratings go this week?
What way has it been going every week? Not that good. Cup race scored a 0.84 rating, meaning that it had 1.717 million viewers. This is extremely sad to say this, guys. And no offense to it, because it's a good sport too. NHRA on Fox beat NASCAR with 1.872 million viewers versus our 1.717 million.
Wasn't it tape delayed too? Or was it live?
I don't know.
That I do not know, but I do know that it had an NFL lead in with over 7 or 8 million viewers. So I would imagine NHRA's viewership peaked in the first 30 minutes.
Yeah.
But it was on Big Fox though, right? Not FS1.
That
Yes.
too. It was on Big Fox, not cable.
So the Cup race, again, because it's on NBC last year, it's down 23%. This was actually a very low watched race last year on NBC.
Yeah,
and
that's
really
actually
high on here.
I was going to say, actually, like a 23% drop off from network is not as bad as recent weeks.
It was just that bad last year.
Maybe, but yeah, I guess.
Either way, it's very grim. So based on that, I'm looking back, and since Iowa, the only race that's been over 2 million viewers is Daytona. That's the only race that's been on NBC in the USA NBC split since Iowa, which was also on USA. But yeah, they had, I think, the Brickyard the week before it.
We can say adios to USA Network for at least the remainder of this season. We'll see about next year.
Yeah.
NBC the next 3 weeks. Did y'all see? I think it was Joseph Srigley might have tweeted it. Someone tweeted it. But Trucks, Xfinity, and Cup are all on network TV. Fox, CW, NBC, back to back to back. That's pretty cool for the sport. So hopefully the ratings are better this weekend.
Yeah. Second time it's ever happened. Last time was in 2000.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Well, because you had Trucks on ESPN2 and Speed for so long.
Yeah,
that's
and
true.
there's no reason to put it on Fox all the time. I've contended that they should do that every year for Speed Weeks. Whether it's Fox, then CW Fox, or then one day maybe Fox, CW, NBC, whatever it has to be. Like I do think that NASCAR should try and like, hey, let's make it a big deal to watch it. Hell, throw the duels in on if they can get like 2 million viewers on FS1 on a Thursday night, imagine what we could do on Fox. Like what are they going to have, a rerun of Masked Singer on or something?
I like it. Yeah, they should do that. ARCA sometimes gets on Big Fox at Daytona.
It is next year.
Yeah,
they announced it is next year.
There you go.
So
that's right, folks. Your series from NASCAR 25 can be on Fox.
Well, then Xfinity did all right. I think they had like about 750.
Yeah, they had 745,000 viewers, which is, for a while they were consistently hitting 1 million. So it is a little sad to see that have gone down a little bit at this point. But it also is on Saturday, and we're getting to the point where there's just so many college football games to keep up with, so it's harder for them to hit the same numbers right now. Let's talk about the poll. Famous iceberg poll.
Yeah, what we get?
You got the poll award in this one. Just kidding.
Poll.
10,000 people voted on what they thought of this weekend's race at Las Vegas. 22% of people said it was a great race. 60% said it was a good race, meaning 82% of people thought it had a net positive rating. 14% of people said it was average, and 4% said it was negative. Real quick before Jarrett reads us some comments and stuff, I just want to say we had a little fun poll someone suggested as well. Best NWP beer. Jarrett, you won this one with 61%. Eric comes in second, 22%, and my beard is the worst at 18%.
I feel like Danny, yours and mine are pretty similar. I feel like I got to be last. Jarrett's is pretty impressive. Well-groomed.
It's like the most popular driver award is popularity contest. So
this was after 6 weeks, by the way, because I always shave it right before the Viking season each year, and then I shave it off when they're eliminated from contention or the playoffs. So it's usually gone by like the first week of January.
I was gonna say, start charging that razor, buddy. No,
That's why I was clean shaven at your wedding last year.
oh,
Because the Vikings lost like 4 days before I flew out there.
that's right. Oh God.
Yeah, it was like a Monday night game too. I was like, all right, the whole world can watch. The poll, by the way, this Las Vegas race, net positive wise, was tied for 4th of the 13 polled Vegas races. It was tied with the 2020 550 Vegas races because people were pretty positive on that for a while. And it's tied for 18th of 59 polled 1.5 races. So on the upper, third, give or take. Tank Slapper was the first commenter. Positive, negative, or meme?
Well, that's a good old meme right there with Tank Slapper.
Negative.
Depends on who you are, guys. Denny Hamlin now has a more than 50% chance of winning the championship. The winner of the opening race of the round of 8 has won the championship more than 50% of the time in this format.
Then you factor in he's Denny Hamlin, so that takes away about half that. So now he's back down to 25%.
Oh God, so mean.
Dang. Is that how probability works?
Danny Rick Bobby said Byron got destroyed by Dylan like Mark Martin got destroyed by Yaley. Formula One champion, man.
Yeah, put some respect on his name.
Noah says Austin, in quotes, Austin Hill's a better grandson than you, Ty. Richard, blue collar pop Childress. NASCAR Sam says, the older I get, the more I can appreciate Hamlin. He has been elite this year, and it reminds me of late 2010s Kyle Busch. I think that's a good comparison. Close and wins.
He's got some snark and some attitude to go with it. Yeah.
Denny Hamlin is closer in wins to Dale Earnhardt than the next closest active driver. Joey
Who
Logano.
is this? How many does Joey have? Like 35?
37, I think.
Okay.
So he's 23 away from Joey, 16 away from Dale.
Chat. Who ends their career with more wins? Hamlin or Logano?
Oh, that's I was about to say it's a popularity contest, but neither of them are popular.
Well, yeah, it's got to be Denny though. Like Joey, I feel like the days of 8-win seasons are going to be less and less common. I feel like at this point, I know Joey still could brace another 10 or 12 years easily. I don't think he's going to get to 60, is he? I don't know.
We'll see.
He won 4 last year.
CC 127 says the race was okay despite me being there in person. Twister says a good finish does not equal a good race. This was one of the worst Las Vegas races of all time. I'm going to disagree with that one.
Interesting you feel that way.
And then Brandon here got the gutter comment this week, says all of y'all rating these races as anything other than puke emoji are, and then shows sad emoji. Bad cars racing bad tracks with bad attendance or bad rules made by bad sanctioning body make for a plumb awful product.
Did he say
Plum
bad enough?
awful.
I think this is a bad comment on a bad poll on a bad channel.
Hey, don't badmouth my poll. Badmouth.
You're watching a bad NWP on bad Danny V Talks. I'm with bad Eric. I'm with bad Jarrett.
On a bad YouTube tonight.
That is the only correct one.
That's actually true.
But that was a bad fast poll segment on to Xfinity.
Yes, it was. Well, before we actually get to Xfinity, I meant to talk about something at the start of the show. We kind of got a little sidetracked from all the YouTube delays. Guys, if you don't follow me on Twitter, first of all, I recommend you follow all of us on Twitter if you're on there. We're all the time posting some goofy, wild, extra stuff on our Twitter accounts. But if you go to my Twitter right now, I have a tweet that's pinned to the top of my profile. Guys, back on September 21st, I went to watch and film some trains at my local place where I go see CSX, and I met a young family there. I met a family of a young man by pure chance. And whole other side note, there was a guy in the area, like it's like a big cemetery, but there's a public area to watch trains there. There was a guy who was like passed out or something like that. He's on drugs or something like that. I kind of made sure he was okay, and then I moved on to a different part of the park. I saw this family coming in, and I told them, hey, I see you got a young little boy. If you're here to watch trains, I recommend going to the other side. So they followed me to the other side. Didn't want them having their kid around that mess, that's another discussion. Their son's name was William. He was 9 years old. He loves trains, kind of similar to, I have a fascination for myself. Found out this week, at the time, William had been in the hospital for most of this year, battling leukemia, and found out this week he unfortunately passed away earlier this week at the age of 9. William Doom is his name. His father's name is Richie. Mother's name is Virginia. They were great to get to meet. I'm glad I got the chance to add them to my Facebook and keep up with them. But it was very sad to get the news that day that they watched trains there in Nashville with me was, I think, his last chance to get to. He unfortunately suffered a seizure not long after that. And then sadly, we lost him earlier this week. In that tweet, there is information for Venmo and Cash App to his mom, Virginia, as well. They have a GoFundMe account. I've linked all those onto that tweet pinned at the top of my profile. So, not to discourage anyone donating to this show, because we always appreciate that. But if you want to give a little extra towards the Doom family, would greatly appreciate that this week. So, rest in peace, William. I'm glad I got a chance to meet you, little guy, and I hope you got lots of trains to watch up in heaven right now. On that note, thank you all for giving me a chance to talk about that a little bit, and kind of doing it later in the show gets a chance for more people to hear about it. So that's always a nice thing for a moment like that.
Yeah, I also just included the link in the in the chat so people can check out the tweet you're talking about. But
I'm going to pin that, actually. Thank you so much, Eric.
Yeah, no, and appreciate you sharing that. No, that's awful. That's super sad. But for sure, anyone out there willing to help that family out, it's a nice connection that you were able to make.
And don't feel the need to mention anything about me telling you guys. Just if you got a chance to give out a connect your heart. We don't need any credit for that. But if I got this platform, love a chance to do something nice with it every now and again. But with that note, let's talk about the Xfinity race a little bit. Let's get off the sadness a little bit, move on to something a little bit happier.
The Xfinity race was awesome. I thought, I think it was kind of a slow burn to start, but towards the end of that race, especially the finish, it was peak NASCAR in a lot of ways. The battling between Almirola, Love, Allgaier, Zilisch, like it was the best of the best for Xfinity this year. Like I think one of the best finishes of the year.
Yeah, I was impressed. Eric Almirola is twice Connor Zilisch and Jesse Love's age, and they were putting it to him. I thought, Jesse Love, that one run on the long run, was able to get up and take the lead. It was cool to see. We've seen Zilisch step up time and time again this year. I actually thought it was really cool to see Jesse Love step up and really contend for a win. I think that's been the one knock against Jesse. Ton of top tens, doesn't make a ton of mistakes, but he hasn't been able to win outside of a super speedway without getting disqualified, at least. So to see him up there with the vet, with the top teams contending, he's in an RCR car. They're great, but they're not JRM. They're not JGR. So to see him up front, that stood out to me. I thought was Jesse Love's performance. But did y'all see? I had the broadcast muted during this part, so I'm not sure if they mentioned it, but I noticed it right away. The little middle finger Almirola flipped to Zilisch at one point down the back straightaway because Zilisch got into his door a little. Yeah, I get it. Almirola had a right to be frustrated. I just thought I love a casual middle finger out the window net. Like I'm glad that's something that hasn't fully died in modern NASCAR.
If it's just casual and fast, so be it. Don't let it hold a grudge and be constantly all race leading to a little hook or something like that.
Or the people who do it an entire lap or two around the track over. Oh, it'll maybe a little over, but I saw that. I like that too. They peak NASCAR, man. Like that has been a NASCAR thing, I would assume, since the beginning on the dirt tracks back in the day. I absolutely loved it. It was the best for the most part all year, up there showing why they were the best. And those who have been challenging all year, like Love, who, man, he had a long run, just hot rod in the words of Clint Boyer, but it's at the end, it just fell off.
Well, it ended with kind of a shorter run restart. And I think he restarted third or fourth and, got into a little back and forth with Nick Sanchez apparently. And then his race kind of ended, but I was also impressed, Almirola runs down Zilisch. And I kind of, I had people over, so I was watching the race, but I had it muted a lot. And I kind of tuned out. I'm like, all right, Almirola's got the win. Good for him. And then I look up a few laps later and Connor's reeling back in. And I'm like,
Yeah.
whoop. Oh, okay. And then Almirola wins it. But I was, even then they didn't stop fighting, even to the very end. It was fun. It was a
Nobody
good race.
pulled away too long. Like it was like there was a rubber band effect on the field. That I thought that was, I thought it was interesting. I hadn't seen that, even in the lower series in quite a while. But you talked about it earlier. Love and Sanchez getting together, and then of course on pit road they kept talking about it after, and you got Sam Mayer in the background being like, "Whoa,
Yeah. Yeah, no, and we don't have the quotes transcribed out for us here, but essentially Love was upset with Sanchez for racing down on his door, trying to get him really loose, all this stuff. Sanchez said, "Hey, that's just racing." And then Love had a line in there like, "Oh, well, that's why you crash every effing week or whatever it was, or half of these races." So, and there's a small shove, I guess, but no real physicality involved. Just a couple of upset, well, really at least one upset driver. Yeah, I don't know. My reaction to that was because the TV didn't really show a ton of what happened between those two. They obviously both finished the race 5th and 6th. They didn't wreck, but I was kind of like, Jesse, that's not the time or place to go confront a guy. You didn't wreck, just racing hard, in front of all the cameras. Maybe talk about that in private. Then Justin Allgaier, I saw a clip. He talked to Bob Pockrass and was like, "Yeah, I know Sanchez was way over aggressive. I was proud of Jesse for showing restraint." And I was like, "Oh, if Justin Allgaier thinks Sanchez crossed the line, then he probably crossed a line somewhere." So, no, I get it. I mean, they yelled at each other a little bit. Move on, see where it goes. But yeah, good drama for sure.
Martinsville coming up in about 10 or so days.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be something to watch. I have a feeling it always is. That race is always one of the craziest.
Years ago between Hill and Creed.
Well, every year that race just has something crazy happening in it. It is can't miss television every single year.
Yeah.
But points are sure close.
That they are. So, I guess maybe missed it. Has Zilisch, he's pretty much locked in even on points at this point, right?
Plus 82.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So he's pretty well good to go. Allgaier is second, plus 44. Zilisch's good buddy Jesse Love is plus 20 in third, and Sam Mayer is fourth at the cutoff line, plus 8. Brandon Jones, meanwhile, is just outside in fifth, minus 8. Sheldon Creed is minus 21. Carson Quaffle, minus 22. And Sammy Smith is minus 24.
I mean, Brandon Jones and Sam Mayer, I think they line up pretty damn well against each other at Martinsville. I think it all comes down to which one is going to get the most points at Dega. You kind of like Love's position too with how good RCR is at Talladega.
Well, wasn't Sammy Smith going for to win at the end of Martinsville or in the spring?
It's true. It's a good point.
He was up there. Quapple's pretty good at the short tracks, and maybe Creed can second place his way through.
One day, Sheldon Creed's going to get it done.
He needs to be like Daniel Hemrick at this point, and just his first win is the championship race. I don't think it'll be this year, though, because I think a lot of people, similar to Heim, would be sad if Zilisch finds a way to not win this championship.
If Zilisch doesn't win it, Allgaier will. I feel like it's pretty.
Because the thing is, for Zilisch, this is his last chance to win this championship because he's going to Cup next year.
I guess so. That's true. Chance to make history.
But this one, if the Cup race isn't going to shuffle it up, this one definitely could.
Sure.
Yeah,
it absolutely could.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think so. Was Zilisch up 82? Mathematically, he's up 62 over third with Jesse Love. He just has to maintain the gap over Love, and he clinches in this race.
Yeah.
Regardless of if a playoff guy wins at Talladega.
Now, I do think Love is a very likely candidate to win this race. That's a factor.
Yeah. Just something worth watching.
And his teammate, I'm not sure Austin Hill plays nice with everyone, but his teammate's got nothing to lose but help Jesse Love get out there. So we'll see.
I totally see Austin Hill leaving Jesse Love up to dry and having him shuffled back to 25th.
That's
Zilisch
fair.
is in the car that won the most recent super speedway race with Parker Kligerman. So
And don't forget, I know he wrecked and injured his back, but Zilisch was leading at Talladega in the spring when that wreck happened.
True.
So
That's true.
we'll see what happens.
Chaotic. All these people crash, and he'll do like a Daytona 500 William Byron style and just come out after running 8th and win another one. You should get out of the car and be like, I'm so good they fall in my lap too.
I'd say there's a strong possibility that could happen to either him or Heim in this one, I feel like.
Yeah. But that was pretty, I thought it was a pretty fun weekend at Vegas.
Yeah, not bad at all.
And we remember it all.
So I think on that note, we can actually take a little bit of a super chat stage break here to start off the show a little bit.
Sure.
Go for it.
Consider we started on a 15-minute delay. We're actually making decent time.
Look at us. Efficient.
Appreciate the sloth nerd with the $5. Watching the Mariners and the ALCS, playing some NASCAR 25, and listening to my favorite weekly podcast. It's a good Wednesday. Thank you, sloth nerd. Hope you're having a good one.
Nice.
Hank Hill, hashtag Arlen stands of 2311. Appreciate the $4.99. Dang it, Chris Wright. You had a blue collar moment on series this morning. Need to be a man and admit Ty made a mistake. Hashtag I stand of 2311. Hashtag keep the playoffs.
Blue
I never
collar moment.
Hank Hill likes the playoffs, everybody.
Oh, man.
Oh, he meant Hank Hill. Appreciate the $1.99 said, I meant Chris Rice. Dang it.
I was going to say that confused me a little, but I knew what he meant.
Santa Claus, Father Christmas. Appreciate the $4.99. Chris Rice on a naughty list now. He had a blue collar moment. Ty made a mistake, and Joe White gets made fall guy. Hashtag Santa stands of 2311. Hashtag keep playoffs.
Jesus.
This is so dumb.
Irvin Alvarado, appreciate the $9.99 from you. I'm glad that NASCAR 25 is out and finally the community is revived by playing. Even notable F1 YouTubers like Arava having fun with NASCAR 25. That's what was missing, having fun playing. Yeah, I'm hoping that I can have some fun with it. I'm going to get it for a computer when it comes out next month. So hopefully might be able to put out some off-season videos on that.
This is fun.
Jared, I know
We're having fun.
Jared, I know released his full review. I've not watched it yet, but I saw you released a review. So check that out after the show, folks.
Yeah.
Gordon the Big
People
Engine,
let it play.
appreciate the $5 from one of my favorite trains. Ah, yes, Talladega, a faster train than me, hauling the express, but not as cool. Hashtag get rid of the blasted playoffs. Ooh, Gordon doesn't like it.
The blasted.
Well, he's he's like a British train or something like that. So
I know, it's funny. I like it.
Joshua Boston, appreciated $10. No more playoffs in NASCAR, please. Will a full season format bring immediate and sudden changes to the ratings so we can return to its former glory? No. But what does NASCAR really have to lose? That's a
Fair
good
enough.
point. Can't get any worse than it already is. Or can it?
Oh, wait. IndyCar looking
Yeah.
like.
Groovy Goose, appreciate $1.99 from you. The Vortex Theory helped YouTube get back.
I saw that earlier. That made me laugh.
We just kept hitting refresh, so we were circulating the system the whole time. Justin Drake, appreciate the $19.99 from you. Always generous, Justin. Appreciate that. 20 years of trying, 20 years of frustration. Denny Hamlin will not win the championship. Better luck next year.
Oh, that's brutal.
Hunter Nixon Fishing, appreciate the $4.99 from you. Great as Hamlin is, I'm still not putting him above Stewart or Harvick in the all-time discussions. I'm sorry. Well, both of those guys have a championship or multiple championships, so can't be against that right now.
By the way, we're past the 3 minutes.
You can
Let's
do a couple more.
do let's just do 3 in a row because they're all from the same account, actually.
Okay.
NWP Pick Monkey, appreciate the $5. He actually gave $5 all 3 times. So we'll just get that out of the way. Message number 1: Joey Logano not make it out of this round was clearly the slowest playoff car this weekend. He got 6th.
It comes down to Talladega, I think.
Another monkey pick is Hamlin has 2 bad pit stops. and finishes third in the championship race.
happen.
Last one. 9 wins this weekend. 12 wins Martinsville. Bell points in. 12 wins Phoenix.
Pick monkey
Right.
has spoken.
So
My
that would
championship
be
pick will be
Hamlin.
alive.
That'll be Hamlin coming up short to Blaney once again.
Yeah.
Let's just read one more, actually, because it's another meme account. Lord Voldemort, appreciate $1.99 from you. Chris Rice needs to resign. Free Joe White. And we'll pick up with Blake Feeman later on.
Thanks for the super chats, folks.
Yeah,
Except for that one guy, you know who you are.
Appreciate all of your support every week, guys. We are funded by viewers like you. We're always so grateful for everyone.
Do you hear the rumbling in the distance?
Yeah, I'm hungry. I'm sorry.
Oh, here I thought it was just the lightning round.
Lightning round.
Lightning
messing
round.
up on your
Presented by
guys' end?
NWP.
Is it messing up on your guys' end, or is my internet going to sheesh again?
I don't know. I saw a little graphic.
All right. Well, there you go. It's a lightning round. Of course, we have the NWP channel for replays, specials, every other thing we can put on there. Venturing to Motorsports has come to an end, transitioning now to be Nitro Motorsports. NASCAR has said that they're still open to, but more than likely unlikely, to have 750 horsepower at tracks, 1.5 miles or maybe longer, but probably not. South Point extended their sponsorship with the Fall Vegas race through 2028. Almirola will be in the 19 Xfinity car the rest of the season, going for the Owners' Championship.
Makes sense.
Matt DiBenedetto is out at Viking Motorsports. Connor Mosack will drive the 99 for the last 3 races of 25. Kind of OT. But Stellantis is planning on spending over $13 billion to make more cars in the U.S., and most of their efforts are going towards building more of the U.S. base. So I guess that's a NASCAR thing too. Sunoco and NASCAR are looking at maybe a short-term extension, though long-term is still in doubt as NASCAR is looking to possibly branch out to different markets. And then as for the podcast, next week we'll be on Eric's channel. October 22nd.
Not the last time on your channel, though?
No.
I don't know. Maybe the finale? I don't know.
I think so. I'll put it on the bottom just to be sure. There
Quick
we go.
Note on that.
That's the last 3 right there.
Quick note on that Sunoco deal is, I've noticed they've kind of been rebranding, rebuilding a lot of Sunoco stations that I pass by. And they've been getting rid of the official Fuel of NASCAR branding. So I legit wondered, are they going to renew? And to hear that they have short term, okay, that surprised me a little bit. But the short term part doesn't, because I don't know. The report I read that you saw the same one, Jarrett, sounds like NASCAR's looking for a broader brand. I guess Sunoco's are pretty regional.
They're not in the West Coast at all.
Yeah. So they're looking for something more broad, probably, which makes sense. But yeah, I'm honestly a little surprised they even renewed this time, because I've seen less and less of the NASCAR tie-in, which is a shame.
Growing up, I never saw Sunoco up in Illinois where I lived, in Wisconsin. I know there were some, but like they were few and far between compared to Marathon or 76 or.
I got my little Sunoco sign over here.
I got Sunoco something in here. I don't know where it's at.
Yeah. Oh, but, also, nobody ever sees this on camera because it's just off. Like this is like the edge of the frame on my YouTube show. But just in time for basketball season, I have an Alperen Şengün signed jersey on the wall. Nobody ever sees that, but there it is.
There's something behind me that you never see the back behind me now because it just looks like I'm in the dark. But since we do this vertical now, no one can see. I now have a full size Tennessee Vols football helmet behind me. It's the black dark mode helmet, actually.
Nice.
I guess since we're talking about stuff no one sees on camera, I have an autograph wall. Like on the far end is Vikings legend Chris Carter. And then there's Bobby Allison, 2 Dale Jr. autographs, Davey Allison, Joe Nemechek, Lake Speed, and a Dale Earnhardt autograph. So, but we brought back a little bit of show and tell. How about that? That was, if it'll play. It does play this time. Okay. My end was getting all janky. The lightning round. And then that leads us to headlines.
Speaking of a little bit of show and tell before we get into headlines here, I got a text from our mystery guest. I think he is aiming to get here around 10 Eastern time, 9 our time.
Ooh, so it'll be a
Which
little
is
show finale.
Kind of gets at a good time. So who do
Okay.
you guys think it might be? Who's texting Danny B?
Well, let's get through all of the other stuff beforehand. Maybe we can see if they'll play a random driver with us too. That'll be fun.
Ooh, that'll
That'll be
time out
fun.
perfectly. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, and even if we get through the picks and everything quickly, like we can always
save
be a blast from the
Sure,
past.
we can save random driver for the end. Ooh, a little teaser.
Mm. But Danny, I think the first bit. We finally have silly season news, man.
Yeah.
We do actually. Justin Haley is officially taking over to 48. He's signing on. He's replacing Alex Bowman. Just kidding.
I knew it. Oh,
A monkey.
But he is no longer going to be driving the 7 car for Spire after 2025.
crazy.
Are we shocked?
Yeah, actually, if this news had happened 2 months ago, no. But when it didn't happen 2 months ago, I thought to myself, all right, it's kind of late in the game now to make such a dramatic move. So I wouldn't say shocked. I'm a little surprised that it happened now. If it happened 2 months ago, no surprise.
I can't say I am, just because it did seem like it was a logical, even if it's a stopgap year or something, of like Suarez wanted to stay in Cup. Haley is the only one that's in a decent enough Cup ride that he would. I don't think this is a lateral move at this point, unless Haley has been underachieving that badly. The part of this that I'm kind of upset with is that I don't think Haley got a fair shot.
No, he didn't. And you could argue this is the Riley Herbst deal, where like a lot of us are hard on Riley Herbst, and you'll say, well, he's a rookie, give him time. We're hard on Riley because we don't feel like he deserved the shot in the first place. You could make some of those arguments with Justin Haley. Like I think Justin Haley's a good driver, but he's had money. He's gotten into opportunities in the past. I think he has 4 Xfinity wins, but they're all super speedways. He did make a championship 4, which I don't think Riley Herbst ever did. Could be wrong about that. I don't think he ever did. So I'm not saying he's a bad driver, but he's gotten a lot of great opportunities other drivers could have only dream of. Let's start there. But that being said, this opportunity with Spire never turned out to be what we all hoped it was. When it was announced, hey, Rodney Childers coming over, some of the best guys from the Stewart-Haas era coming over. And within 2 months, all of that came crashing down. And suddenly Justin Haley was kind of left on an island by himself. So you're right. He didn't really get a fair shake at Spire. So it's kind of a shame that they've doubled down and dropped him so late in the game when there are literally no other Cup opportunities available. There may not even be a decent Trucker Xfinity opportunity at this point. We'll see how much money he may have.
I mean, do we know? I haven't kept up as much. Is Ty Dillon set in stone to come back to Colleague's Cup team next year? Is it possible he just goes back to Colleague?
I know they're ending.
Yeah, I think they've said he's coming back. Like they've said, like that's the plan. But like I don't know that that's.
But they're also.
Say, oh, we'd like to have him back. I don't know.
It also wouldn't shock me if Haley is going to be like a good veteran to jump on board the Colleague truck program.
They already, I think, said that they filled that up. Chris Wright, Rice did. They pretty much have the roster filled.
Oh wow! Never mind. Screw me.
And they've also, I think it was either announced or soft announced that like they're going to end their partnership with ECR after next year. So like they're going all in on the Dodge train, which I think we all kind of gathered with that. But it's October 15th. You're probably not going to have the greatest rides unless maybe another random truck one opens up, or I guess maybe an Xfinity ride pops up, but it doesn't sound like it. I mean, these are the deals you have to get done in August, September.
I'll say I think there's a chance he could swoop in and get a decent Xfinity or truck ride. I think those deals happen so late in the game. I feel like I hear all the time about like, yeah, we had a verbal agreement. I was just waiting on the contract. They never sent me the contract. And then another guy with more money showed up and took the ride instead. Like I feel like that happens a lot in Xfinity and trucks. So
is he going to bring the money with him?
Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know how much money he has at this point. I know in the past he's had some family funding. I don't know what that looks like now, if it's still there. I just don't know. Like so from Spire's perspective, let's assume it's Suarez that gets this seat because that's what the reports indicate. He's the leading candidate. Makes the most sense on paper. I think from a skill talent perspective, maybe he's a slight upgrade over Haley, but I think that's debatable. I think what's not debatable is that Daniel Suarez makes you feel something. Mexico City win, felt something.
Yeah.
fighting, who was it? Michael McDowell. Who did he get in a fight with a few years ago?
It was McDowell.
Suarez, he and his wife, they vlog a lot on YouTube. Like he makes you feel something. Justin Haley, I like Justin Haley. He doesn't have a brand. Like he's not noteworthy. He doesn't stand out, good or bad. And I think that's arguably his biggest shortcoming is not even the driving stuff. I think he's a solid enough driver, but it's more than driving the car. That's what being a NASCAR Cup Series is all about. There's a lot more to it, and it's the rest of the job that he just either overlooks, isn't interested in. Maybe he's tried and just isn't naturally good at it. I don't know, but like if I'm Spire Motorsports, TWG Global owns Spire. They also own the Lakers, the Dodgers. They like stars, flashy brands, Cadillac F1, Andretti. Daniel Suarez, not saying he's a superstar by any means, but he's more recognizable than Justin Haley. So I guess that partnership, should it come to fruition, makes sense to me. I get it. We'll see if the on-track performance is any good, though.
So, yeah, I mean, sounds like I think Bianchi, Bob Pockrass, and then Corey LaJoie just like outright said that, like, yeah, this is what's happening with the 7 next year. So, seems like, I mean, I would be surprised.
Having the 7, it's the former driver of it. So,
I wouldn't be surprised if he, maybe runs 25th in points next year, right around the rest of the teammates. Yeah. Maybe the team takes a step up. I don't know, but I
do lean towards it being Suarez, but an outside scenario that I wish could be possible. I kind of wish that it would be Kyle Busch go over to Spire, and then Suarez goes into RCR, maybe get rid of the 8 and give him like 29 or 31, a former RCR number. That's my fictional scenario, but I'm leaning toward it just being Suarez going to Spire and be easier for everybody.
I feel like it'd have to take a massive change for it to change in any way at this point.
I think there are going to be a lot of drivers, though, on expiring deals next year going into 2027, Kyle Busch included. Do they commit long-term to Suarez? My guess is probably not. Probably be like a 1-and-1 deal with a team option. And if things aren't going great and Kyle Busch is available, Kyle Busch to Spire, shake things up.
You get good funding for a year, and then you go big game hunting the next silly season. Like that's probably what it is. You try and gear up, you try and improve that team, get hosts of our running up more towards the front. McDowell's been doing well. If that 7 team can show some more promise with a, honestly, probably more even driver than we would like to admit, then,
I do just love, gosh, can you imagine those Tuesday meetings of Carson Hocevar, Daniel Suarez, and shoot, we just mentioned he and McDowell have fought each other. Michael McDowell, Carson Hocevar, Daniel Suarez walk into a bar, aka the meeting room at Spire Motorsports. That would be either really boring because they won't know how to talk to each other, or will be really interesting because they don't know how to talk to each other.
Those 3 drivers having to work together at Daytona in the spring.
I'll bring it up. That's a sneaky good lineup for road courses too. Like SVG obviously is the favorite, but if you want some like good finishes, possibly pounce on him if he has a mistake or something happens, like all 3 of them can run top 5. What?
He doesn't make mistakes anymore.
Everyone makes mistakes at some point. I'm just
SVG.
saying.
No,
but
not SVG.
Yeah, it'll be pretty interesting going forward. There's probably more, maybe not confirmed stuff, but some more reckless speculation.
Yeah. I've heard this from some good, reliable people in the sport. It seems likely that Harrison Burton is going to end up landing at Sam Hunt Racing next year, which Sam Hunt Racing has not really had a full-time driver in their program ever.
Until this year.
Dean Thompson this year has been
full-time. Oh, yeah, Dean. That's right. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
But no, that is a new thing for them. I think he's their first full-time driver was this year.
But it seems like Toyota wants to have Harrison back. Harrison's, for what he's done for AM Racing, Harrison has definitely earned a better opportunity. And granted, it's still going to a team that hasn't done a lot, but I think it is an improvement. It definitely has better factory backing of Toyota in that series, it feels. So I like this move if that's what direction they go. What do you guys think?
I mean, it'd probably be a good step up, and that team is building. There's been a ton of rumors around that team. You got to think, though, with the with all the openings and Toyota and all these other things too, it's like be a well-positioned team to be a part of and rebuild your brand with a little bit more. I think that, at worst, he'd probably be an even lateral move, but at best, if that team keeps improving, like that should be a team that should be right up there in that top 12 hunt.
Yeah, I feel like it's probably a fairly lateral move, but I think there's a higher ceiling down the line if this blossoms into a bigger partnership, either with with Sam Hunt or with Toyota more broadly. Like Harrison could leverage this into that third legacy car in 2 years, or you never know. You never know where it could go. Yeah, no, I think Harrison did well with AM Racing. Will be cool to see him hopefully continue his career rebuild. He's still so young. He's like 25 years old, give or take. I know he just got married. Yeah. So he's growing up right before our eyes, but he's still a very young guy. So
did you guys see on the back of his car that they wrote "just married" on the back of his race car?
Yeah. I thought that was
I did
cool.
not see that. That's funny. I love that.
I like that.
Yeah.
There's been plenty. I gotta say, this week's been kind of meaty with reckless speculation. Did y'all see on the teardown? They were talking about it with, Bianchi was bringing it up and some others have, of like the possibility of run what you brung kind of all-star race could still be on the table for Dover.
I have not seen that. So give me a little rundown. What does that mean? Run what you brung?
Well, you'd still like have certain parameters you have to hit, but you could basically go kind of have a bigger box to play in to adjust, do different things. I saw somebody, say I can't remember what team. I think it was who was the team? Like one of the teams would bring like a friggin' F1 car if we're gonna run what you brung. Kind of, yeah. Haas brings an F1 car around Dover.
That's
the
funny.
thing. Haas is so non-memorable in both.
A team just brings a Tesla that goes 0 to 60 in no time.
But it would make it special, like, because we all kind of know, like, we haven't really had it confirmed if it'll be a night race. We know that the reasoning given beforehand has been kind of, at least by the track, proven wrong. So maybe it could still be that. But like this race is not something that's inspiring fans by any means. This would have me watching. Like I'm obviously going to watch already, but like I would be excited to watch. I'd watch everything about it just to see what they could do and learn from it.
Yeah, so the way NASCAR pitched it this year for the North Wilkesboro race that got struck down was that, yes, it's run what you brung, but essentially think of it as like in a video game where you can you pick what shirt you're going to wear, but you have like 6 options. You pick which pants you're going to wear, but you have like 5 options. It's like that. Hey, you can pick one of the 3 spoilers to use. You can pick one of the 3 diffuser choices. You could add a wing here. You could maybe do something with the limited options. Let's just be honest, limited options, but still that variability, that variety, would be interesting. Now, I don't know if y'all listened to Door Bumper Clear this week. Tommy Baldwin, who works very closely with Rick Ware Racing, was very against this idea. Was very, very against this idea.
Tommy
because
Baldwin's
he says
pissed with something. Shocker.
It would cost the teams too much money, he said. And he did bring up the point, which I remember hearing this last year, that essentially NASCAR is going to open up the rule books. A lot of the big teams are going to be incentivized to spend extra money to basically do a test session on NASCAR's behalf. And if you look at it, that's a cynical way to look at it. I think it's a fair way to look at it, but it's a cynical way. The less cynical way is, yes, the teams are going to have to spend money to try and kind of fix NASCAR's flawed car. But if they find something great at Dover that can translate to other racetracks, then boom, it was money well spent. The sport could be in a much better place down the line. So yeah, I think they have to probably keep it within reason, but I'm with you, Jarrett. Any sort of run what you brung or wild rule change going into that Dover race is what it's going to take to get me excited about a Dover All-Star race.
Like, I think the parameter side of it's good too. Like, don't try and make the teams try and hit a 6-run homer and then just spend money for no reason, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Like, any ground that can be made up, taking big swings at things, like, let's do it. Like, if we find something out really good, like what if we find out that certain aero changes that had not been tried yet make the car drive better in traffic, for instance? Like, I would want to see that. Keep making as many steps as we can get. And we always talk about these tests. Well, they're inconclusive because we aren't doing it in race conditions. Okay, we'll run it during a race and do it in race conditions. What they did with the origins of the 550 package. NASCAR saw what they wanted. Let's give it a shot. And if it doesn't work, back to plan B, C to Z, one, two, three.
We're at least at D, E, or F at this point in terms of plans. Yeah.
Let's take some swings. I'm down with it. Let's give it a shot.
My only fear would be if you have if you have a dozen cars with a dozen different rules packages, can you trust your eyes? You know what I mean? Like, okay, yeah, it looks good right now. There's a lot of passing, but everyone's got different stuff. If everyone's got the same thing, are we going to be right back to where we are now? I think that's the only, you need like a control variable in that race. And I'm not sure you're going to have it. That's the only concern there.
Guys, this has been a weird night in general, just like how we started. I don't know if you noticed, like the flashing, my light has been fluttering in and out. Like it's a ghost in here or something.
Spooky.
Got a bulb
It's
going out.
spooky. It's spooky.
Very spooky.
Well, no, it's a ring light too. Like it's
the ring.
Fine. The ring.
Got to suck you in.
That's going to be on NASCAR this week.
I hope so.
You know, we talked a bit about DBC. Mike Ford is on DBC this week, and
Mike Ford's become kind of a little like a superstar. Look at him taking over the spotlight.
I feel like every time a mic's put in front of him, he gets taken in some way out of context. And it's like, I kind of feel bad. He puts himself in the positions a lot, but like, there's a lot of times where like he'll say something and it just gets legs and runs.
That's my only critique. That's my only critique of Mike. And I've had a few good conversations with him this year. He's been very nice, very
he's a good dude.
Supportive. He helped when I had Steve O'Donnell on the show a few weeks ago. He helped set that up. Like very supportive of independent media, what we're trying to do. Good guy, easy to work with in my experience so far. Like Mike, and I enjoy. I think Holler Talk, very informative. I thought there was some enlightening bits here in DBC, but my problem with Mike is I can't quite tell how do I phrase this? I can't quite tell what authority he has. Like he'll go between sharing his personal opinion to then, oh, here's what NASCAR thinks. So I can't tell, is Mike Ford, or does he speak on behalf of the Francis, O'Donnell? Like I can't always tell when he throws out an opinion or a perspective. I'm like, okay, is that like NASCAR's official position on that? Or is that just you, Mike Ford's opinion on something? And so that's where it gets, I think, a little muddied sometimes when I'm listening, and I have to listen very closely to like every little detail. And that's why I think it gets taken out of context sometimes.
Well, so two things kind of branched from this, opening or guest appearance. I like the first one was the everyone started running with, they were in a conversation and it was like 2-3 different people talking all at once. And it was like, he was trying to answer a question, I think from Freddie Kraft. And then Tommy Baldwin was talking over them and talking about doing, as they're talking about rewarding the regular season champion if we do a playoff and all of that, and that they would start with the lead. And I think that was said, like they would start with the lead or would start with a ton of points. And he said, yeah, that's probably what they're going to do. As Tommy Baldwin is saying, yeah, 32 race regular season and then a 4 race playoff. And he goes, aha, like that. And they just like put it on social media. It goes everywhere. I don't think he was saying that's what they're going to do. I still don't think that they have a plan of what they're going to do. I think they just have options. I wouldn't be surprised if that's on the table. I personally don't like it. I think it would just piss off both parties more than a lot of others would. Like the pro playoff crowd doesn't have a lot of the excitement that they would want. And it's very short. I mean, I guess we're following the NFL and going to a 4-week playoff. And then the full 36 crowd is going to be like, well, we're already almost all the way there. Like, what's 4 more weeks at this point, So like, I don't think as much as I would think it'd actually be better than what we have now, I don't think it would be received better than what we have now, or than like a 3-3-4. So,
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, no. So first off, I agree with you. I don't think Ford was, and I saw some of his tweets after the fact. He was not trying to say, 32 and then a 4 race round. That's not what he was saying. He was not endorsing that or suggesting that was like on the table or one of the leading formats. He was referring more to how points reset and such in general. So I agree with you there. There was no confirmation by any means of a,
even though Kenny Wallace said it was confirmed. Did you see that?
Oh, did he?
He put out this week, NASCAR just announced the new format. And he goes, they're doing this for a reason. This is the format and they're getting you ready. And I'm like, Kenny, come on.
I love Kenny, but he can be light on details sometimes.
It was very light.
And I agree that the 32-4 format. I think it's a little better than what we have now, but I think it's going to take time to convince the fans of that if they were to go that route. I think you're kind of what you just said is pretty accurate. Yeah, I don't know. It sounded like the possibility of a 36 race full season format is still pretty unlikely. So I think that putting that message out there is honestly important at this rate. Is, I think for a week or two there, everyone on social media was convinced it was happening. And since it's probably not going to and never was, I think it's fair for NASCAR to sort of like
I did see Bob
ease
kind of
people into that.
elaborate. Like
What did
Bob
Bob say?
So Bob had said that more than likely there'd be some sort of elimination or one cutoff or something, whether it's a 10 race or long season, and then have 3, 4, or 5 race round if they were to go that direction. He did say a 36 race championship would now be a mild surprise, which I was like, okay, it's unlikely, but it's still out there.
I think simplifying it.
I'll take mild surprise. Mild's a good flavor of Taco Bell sauce.
The more and more I think about it, obviously I have my preferences, but I'm trying to think of what's best for the sport broadly at this point, because that's what I care about. I've sunk a lot of my life and energy into this sport, and I want to see it do well, because if it does well, I do well, and we can all have fun doing this show, hopefully for another 30, 40 years to come. The three of us would like that, wouldn't we? So I want what's best for the sport. I want the sport to be in a healthy place. And the more and more I think about it, I come around to, 36 races might be the best way to go. Could be, for sure. But let's say they keep a form of playoffs. The fewer eliminations, the better. I think simplifying it, less resets that change the narrative one week to the next, the better. What that ultimately looks like, if that turns into like, hey, we'll do 30 races and then we'll just have like the top 8 go at it for 6. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's a compromise. I don't know. I still, and the one part, because I don't want to spend too much time on this, I'll let you go. The one thing that I've heard NASCAR, I think O'Donnell said it, and I don't know if Mike Ford said, but I know O'Donnell suggested that like playoff points are a barrier to entry to the average fan. That's confusing that we have 2 separate points. That's 100% correct. But if you're going to do resets of any kind, playoff points have to be a thing. Like we can't be resetting to 0, whether you want to call them playoff points or not. Like you can't go 2004 and reset the top 10 to 0 points. You have to have advantages for dominant regular seasons, wins. If you don't want to call them playoff points, that's fine. But the truth is, something called like playoff points has to exist if you're going to do resets, or else I'll never be on board.
I think the further we went into this, I think NASCAR has fractured the fan base more than it was before we had this conversation. Because now you have a very much growing side that is 36 or bust. And I would say it's probably like a 30% chance that happens at most. I know Dale Jr. was saying 40 or 50%. I think he's kind of being hopeful, as much as I want that to happen. You're going to have a lot of disappointed, angry people. And I'm betting there's going to be a lot of diehards too that are going to be like, screw it, that's the line. Like, because they will have thought that that's going to happen and then think NASCAR is doing a rug pull. On the other end too, there's a lot of people who would be down with a chase offs or a playoffs. But if they don't change it and overhaul it enough, I think there's going to be a lot of people pretty pissed off at that too, even if they wanted it. Because it's like, why go through all of this if you're just going to pick and choose a few little things here and there, or you're going to, as much as like maybe points are the way you get in, which is more and more what it sounds like, because it sounds more and more like winning you're in is on its way out from the way people have talked about it. Like you're then, yes, you are making that part with performance all over better. But then a lot of people on the playoff side and the news side of coming in the last 10 years and be like, well, now you're delegitimizing wins, even if you add more points for it. Like, I know they want to compromise. I'm kind of at this point, I'm like, I think you just need to veer onto one side of the road or the other. Either embrace it and say, we're not going to change really all that much, or go full 36, one or the other at this point. I feel like you have to take a hard line stance. You can't be a fence sitter at this point. You've split the fan base enough. You got to choose, just like they're choosing that whole back to our roots thing. Like, you got to choose. You got to choose at this point, I think. And I'm still surprised that so many people at NASCAR keep coming out and being like, I would take a 36 race championship. Like Ford has said that. O'Donnell has said that. It's like,
it almost feels like that's them. I don't want to put it like this, but that's their like, well, here, damn, sort of like option. Like, I'm tired of hearing about this. Just take it.
I've
done.
held for a while. I think a lot of people at NASCAR would be for that. It's just interests back and forth, whether it be teams, TV.
I do think tracks have a say. Like I think there is industry. I think there's a lot in the industry that still like a form of playoffs to some extent for various reasons. There's reasons I like a form of playoffs for sure, but yeah, we'll see. I just think there's some like a Mike Ford, bringing him back into this because he brought it up on the show, who's very much tuned into social media. He has to see the back and forth, the outcry every single day. He's in the well, here, damn camp. Just give him 36. I'm done.
Whatever they choose, if it's not a hard line stance, I think we're going to keep having this debate next year. Like if we do a 32-4, or we do a 5-5, a 4-6, or whatever the splits are going to be. Mm-hmm. People are still going to criticize it. And I think we're going to have this conversation all over again in like 2030, 2031. Like
probably at the end of the next TV deal. You're right.
You got to make a hardline stance. You have to be like, this is what we're doing. We're sticking with it for like 10 to 15 years. Deal with it. Here we go. Whether that's a playoff, whether that's a chase, whether that's full season, like you can't keep hemming and hawing, because then you're just going to piss off and fracture the base more and more. You have to start unifying the base at some point.
I love hemming and hawing. Oh, I hem and haw all the time. Danny, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Hemming and hawing sounds very fun. You know what sounds a little more fun than that?
What?
The fun segments.
Oh, shoot. It's that time of the night.
It's that time. Guess what time it is? It's time for predictions.
Yeah, so that's right. Get into the predictions here. Each host will make 2 NASCAR, motorsports, or show-related predictions. Predictions are kept track each week in our accountability session. We ask that you please keep predictions relatively concise and within a few years' time.
All right. Accountability time.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dan,
it wasn't good for me.
Yeah, you said Kyle Busch would get a top 10 finish in the last 5 races this year. He did. You also said that you would attend a race won by Alex Bowman in 2025. You told me to wait a few weeks, and if I didn't hear anything back from you, you weren't going to any of the last few
I'm not going any more races this year.
You said NASCAR 25 be advertised on a race car before it's released. I did not see it. If it was, we can change this.
Missed opportunity.
That's surprising.
And this one should have come off the board last week. Harrison Burton will advance to the round of 8. So doing a little cleanup there. Eric, pretty good week. You said rain tires would not be used at intermediates in 2025. There's been, we don't count.
It's been a dry season. Knock on wood, I don't think there's been a single postponement.
No, I don't think so.
Not to the next day, no. Christopher Bell will be above the cut line after Las Vegas. He is.
Heck yeah.
Toyota would sleep the weekend. They did.
Oh, I can't believe that. Oh, holy crap. I forgot I predicted that. I mean, it was only 2 races, but still. You
did say JRM would make a second Cup start. I think we were Talladega on that one more than likely, but there's been no news. I'm doubting they've already put in the entry list, by the way. They do the entry list usually like 2 weeks in advance for each race. So I doubt they're going to do the finale. That Kyle,
why'd you have to take the Junior Motorsports one off this week? You couldn't have just given me a 3 for 4. You had to make it a 3 for 5. You could have waited 2 weeks to take.
He took one of mine away early, so.
You said Kyle Busch would not get a top 10 the rest of 2025.
That's fine.
He did.
Nice.
And then for me, I said in 24 or 25, there'd be a car or truck sponsored by the Prime shows, either Hasbin Hotel or the Boys. I'm surprised that Prime did not take the opportunity to advertise any of their shows on a car or truck this year.
And then CW has, I think, or like some of their sports stuff.
And I said after Daytona and the Cup Series, there would not be another full field in 2025. This weekend, every single series is a full field.
Wow.
So,
all right.
And they all the entries were right on the dot of 36, 38, and 40.
Wow.
So, on the season, Danny leads still at 36.48 over Eric's 34.48 and my 32 flat. And all time, I still lead at 37.72 to Danny's 33.15 and Eric's 32.81.
Sweet.
That being said, I will go first. My prediction is this weekend, the fall Talladega race always seems like someone random wins it. And I'm going to go with that again. A driver not in the playoffs wins the Cup race at Dega this weekend.
I'll go out and say it in case anyone else was thinking this. Joey Logano will lead the most laps on Sunday.
That's bold. I was not thinking that, honestly.
I'll do this one. For the 750 horsepower test, NASCAR will live stream it on their YouTube channel.
I hope they do. So we can all overreact to test footage like we did at Vegas in 2022 or 2021, whenever that was. No, that was like 2019. When was that Vegas?
18? Yeah, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
All right, Danny.
Feel free to correct me if someone's already pulled this out a long time ago. I don't know about it. But I'm just going to go ahead and lock it in. Connor Zilisch will win the Xfinity Series Championship.
I don't think someone did, but I'll double check after.
I'm just going to go ahead and put it in now. He's going to win the whole thing.
Okay. All right. I think this is a big one. This is a bold one. This is not a layup. I'm predicting all 3 races this weekend will finish under green flag conditions.
Oh, that is more than a half court shot. That's like full court, baby. I
think
that.
he actually shot that from a stadium over.
He did a dude perfect shot on that one.
Yeah, that's a dude perfect shot.
This is worth 2 points if I get it right.
All right. I'll do this for next year. I don't think this is a layup either. Ram will get 2 or more wins in the Truck Series in 2026.
Oh, already making Ram predictions.
Wow.
I got to get ahead of it. And real quick, I'll be right back so we can probably go in the next segment.
Okay, bye.
Okay.
Love you, bye.
We can't really go on the next segment because that's random driver of the week.
We'll save random driver. So I guess we can jump into our Talladega preview if you want to start.
Oh, yeah. We're actually going to hold on to random driver of the week because we don't have Jarrett anyway. So we'll just move on. We're going to make his picks for him. Okay, so cool. Yeah.
Oh, Cole Custer. Right. Actually, Cole Custer almost won Daytona. Let's give him Cody Ware. Shoot, Cody Ware was good at Talladega in the spring.
Just kidding. Actually, going into Talladega this weekend, Austin Hill will be racing the 33 RCR Cup car. JJ Yaley will be in a number 7 truck for Spire.
Big.
Frankie Muniz returns to the Truck Series in number 33 truck. Parker Kligerman will be back in number 75 truck this weekend. The Cup race name is the Yellowwood 500. It's a 188-lap race. It's broken up into 60 laps in stage 1 and 2, 68 laps in stage number 3. And this race is scheduled to start at 2:00 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday. You can catch this race on NBC and the NBC Sports app. You can also listen to it on MRN and Sirius XM Radio. The weather for Sunday, it's going to be 76 degrees. Scattered thunderstorms in the morning. They're supposed to end by about 1 p.m. local time. It is a 65% chance of rain that day. The defending winner of this race, Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
Ooh.
The Xfinity Series race is the United Rentals 250. Man, between Daytona and this one, they just set this up for Austin Hill, don't they, guys? It's 94 laps, 25 laps in stage 1 and 2, 44 laps in stage number 3. This race is scheduled to start at 4:00 p.m. Eastern Time. You can watch this race on the CW or listen to it on MRN and Sirius XM Radio. Weather for Saturday is a lot better. High of 85 degrees, mostly sunny, and an 11% chance of rain. The defending winner of this race, we were kind of talking about where he's at in relation to the playoffs earlier, is Sammy Smith. He won this race last year, so he could get himself into Phoenix if he defends his win from a year ago. The Truck Series race is the Love's RV Stop 225. It's an 85-lap race, 20 laps in stage 1 and 2, 45 laps in stage number 3. That race is scheduled to start at 4:00 p.m. Eastern Time on Friday. You can watch it on Big Fox and the Fox Sports app. You can also listen to it on NASCAR Racing Network and Sirius XM Radio. Weather for Friday, 85 degrees, partly cloudy, and a 3% chance of rain. The defending winner of this race could be a big difference maker in a championship hunt. Grant Enfinger, if he defends his win.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Now, Jarrett, how are we looking on our pick points?
It was better a week ago when I was leading by more, but
oh my gosh, I've cut the lead in half.
Guys, I was like 52 like 2 weeks ago or something like that. Now I'm 31 back.
Yeah, we could probably get further into it as we go, but I don't know. Maybe I don't know. What do you think, Danny? What do you think about going into this weekend, or maybe holding off for a sec?
Wait, we got our special guest. Wait, is our special guest in the green room? I think they are.
I don't think so. I think he's on the screen now.
Oh shoot, jump
Oh, man.
scare.
Hello.
Go,
he's
man.
here. He's here.
That was a
fast.
jump scare.
Oh my gosh, scared me a bit.
are
Halloween
we?
season.
I can't
good.
hear him. It's doing the weird thing where it does the circle where he's loading in on my
That's on your
screen.
screen, Danny. I can hear him loud and
We
clear.
got him.
Oh,
We're
And now
good.
I
doing
got him.
good.
Now he's there. Hey, Connor.
Go Gators, first of all.
I look at him. He must have been watching because he knew what to wear for me. But
Yeah.
hey, this is not for you. This is for Alabama. It's Alabama Hate Week right now.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
I can't talk. I
Ooh,
went to
Notre
University of
Dame.
Texas, so Florida's got our number this
Yeah,
year.
we haven't won many, but we won that one.
Yeah.
Connor, you're about to celebrate. I've been hearing rumors Napier's getting fired no matter what happens this weekend.
I know. It's probably for the best. I hope we don't lose some of our good players, but hey.
Connor, why are you a Florida fan? What's the backstory there?
My mom grew up in Canada. My dad grew up in Chicago, and both of them ended up going to Florida. My mom was a gymnast, so they met there, and I've been a Gator fan ever since. And obviously, I don't go to college. I would be in college right now, but so yeah, I've grown up going to games, and I've always been a big Gator fan. So yeah, it's what I do. I'm gonna go to a game in the off season, hopefully, and I've
Nice.
always been a big Gator. I went to the national championship basketball game we won this year, actually. That was really cool. So
I went to the SEC championship because I live in Nashville. I went to the
Okay.
SEC championship in Bridgestone, so I got to
That's a
watch
good one.
a Florida win last year.
how's it going? How's it going?
That's awesome. Well, chat's going crazy. A lot of they call themselves Zillbillies. Are you aware of that nickname for your fan base?
I've seen it. Yeah, it's I need to find a way to do some sort of merchandise or something
A
with the
t-shirt.
nickname Zilly. Christian Espinoza, I don't know if you guys know Christian, but he's
Oh,
on
yeah.
Twitter and
Yeah.
TikTok, but he made a Zilly Dilly flag, like the Bud Light
Yeah.
saying Zilly
That's
or
a good
Dilly
one.
Dilly. So
God,
it was a good one.
10
But
years ago.
obviously I'm not 21, so I don't know how or if I could sell that. But
it's just
yeah, exactly.
you'll be fine.
exactly.
You'll be fine. It's NASCAR.
Yeah.
That's fun. Well, we
Well, thanks
appreciate you
for,
jumping on here for a few minutes. Danny,
yeah,
yeah,
Yes,
you go
it's a
ahead.
pleasure.
Thanks for hopping on. Well, it's ironically we were just actually getting into the part where we were almost about to give our race picks. Should we wait on that, guys, or what do we want to do on that?
We can wait on that. We can
Yeah.
wait on that for a bit.
Yeah,
Connor, how do you
we
feel
don't want you
about?
to influence our Xfinity picks or anything right now.
But how do you feel going back to Talladega? Obviously, I mean, almost won the race last time, but we know how that ended. So, like, where's your mindset at heading back there in a playoff race?
Yeah, I'm excited, honestly. It doesn't really sit in the back of my mind. Like as a race car driver, it's tough to let that stuff sink in, but I'm honestly more excited to go back and try and redeem myself. It's been a long time since then, and I haven't finished outside of the top 5 since that race. So I do have a streak that I have to keep up, and
That's
my team has reminded me of that. So I'm excited for it. It's such a, I mean, Talladega is Talladega. Like you don't even have to explain it. So I always love going there, and I'm gonna stay Saturday night and try and enjoy the fan scene a little bit while I still can on a Saturday night, and it's gonna be good. I'm excited. The JRM cars have definitely made improvements this year on the speedways, and we've inched closer to the RCR cars, and I feel like we're able to at least shake it up a little bit and compete. And we've led a lot of laps at the speedways this year, so it's been a step in the right direction. But still, it's always a toss up, and you got to put yourself in the right spot, and doing that can be tough sometimes.
Yeah. I gotta ask, is there like pressure when you have this streak this long? Like you're basically doing a Thunder 04 career mode string of finishes at this point. Like, is there a pressure like, okay, we got to finish, top 2 and second is not an option?
Yeah, I mean, no, I hold myself to a high standard, so I expect it out of myself. But if we were to run bad, I wouldn't, it wouldn't kill me. Obviously, this weekend, you obviously saw how excited I was to finish second on the radio. So there's times where it eats me up that I feel like I have a chance to win a race and I don't. But going to Talladega, it's like I can't put pressure on myself to go finish top 2. But at places that I know that I'm capable, and I know that I'm able to do it, and my cars are always good enough to do it. yes, I do put pressure on myself, but I don't feel pressure from the outside. It's definitely picked up, and expectations have definitely raised on me in the last 4 or 5 months based on how I've been running. But I still prepare for each race the same. I do the same things to get ready, and it's just something you got to deal with as a race car driver.
Something that, kind of comes to my mind a little bit. We were going over the Xfinity Series points early in the show and noticed, you've got like an 82 point gap right now, but he's not a teammate. You kind of have like a bromance of Jesse Love, and he's a pretty good super speedway racer. If you find yourself in any kind of situation to kind of just work him a little bit, try to give him a better shot to fight you for a championship in Phoenix, what would that look like for you?
Obviously you saw what he did to me at Talladega last time, so I don't think there's I don't think there's like a love bond that we have that I'm gonna push him, but I respect Jesse, and we've never had any run-ins on the track, so friends or not, if you're a guy that I can respect and work with, and I trust you, the biggest thing is trust on speedways. Like the guy you're pushing, you have to trust, and the guy that's pushing you, you want them to. There's guys in the field where I look in my mirror and I see them and I'm like, oh boy, I got to get away from this because I just don't like this spot I'm in. So
Mhm.
Jesse is one of the guys I trust on the speedways and someone that I'm willing to work with. Although, with that said, the reason the RCR cars are always at the front is because everybody knows that they're good, and whenever they make a move, they want to go with them because they know that they're going to go to the front, which is almost counterintuitive. And I feel like a lot of guys don't think about that when they make those moves with them. And if you watch the Talladega race back from the spring, the two and the 21 were 11th and 12th and, pretty far back with 3 or 4 to go. And everybody just went with them and didn't pull out a line in front of them. And it's frustrating watching back thinking like, man, like all it takes is one of these guys to, make an aggressive move on them and we can get them out of the picture. So, it's hard to manage that sometimes because you want to go with them because they're the fastest cars on speedways, but at the same time, you don't want to always help them just because they're really fast. So Jesse is one that I'll work with though. I trust him, and Austin too. Like Austin, I trust, and I always feel like he's going to make the right moves to go to the front, so I'll push him. But there's definitely a fine line you got to walk.
Real quick, we did have it's relevant. We had one of our viewers donate $2 to the channel, Alex. He just simply wanted to ask, how's your collarbone? And he hopes that you're doing well.
Yeah, it's doing well. I've never shown anybody, but I've got a good scar from it.
Oh.
So, it's gotten a lot better. It was tough for 2 weeks. It hurt to sit in the car at Daytona. Not hurt, but it was just uncomfortable. Like having my belts. The belts were the only thing. Like I was perfectly fine mobility wise, but putting the belts on, and at Daytona when you're riding around, you're not going to run with them loose. So, I tightened them down, and I kind of the pain went away over a little bit of time, but I'm glad that I made the decision to let Parker finish that race, and obviously it worked out well, and was a really cool story for a lot of people. So, yeah, it's gotten much better. Every day is a step in the right direction, and it's gotten to the point now where I don't even feel it inside the race car or doing everyday things. I'm back in the gym lifting weights and pretty much back to normal. So, yeah, it takes time with those things, and it's just something that you got to deal with. And I wish I didn't have to, but I did fall off the car, and this was the consequence I got from it.
Yeah, I think
Virality too.
you told me before this you were going to play volleyball, so it must be feeling fairly good.
Yeah. Me and all my friends, we've been playing volleyball lately. So I finished up dinner, and obviously you guys go for a while in here. So I said I'm going to go get some activity
do.
in.
We,
Yeah,
we,
exactly.
we do go for a while, Connor. So thank you for being able to hop on kind of late in this deal.
No worries.
With that being said, I think we would like to maybe, if you don't care, put your NASCAR trivia to the test a little bit. We
I
have a
know.
little
I'm
segment.
kind of worried about this. I'm kind of worried.
It's okay.
Well,
We make fools of ourselves every
I
week.
won't
It can't
cheat
be.
though. I promise. I won't cheat.
I
You're already
warned
ahead of
you about
Priest
what
then.
Ryan Priest did. If you don't do what Ryan Priest does, you'll be okay.
I might suck, but I won't cheat.
That's great.
Well,
So
let's
does
get
he know how
into
this
it.
works? Yeah. So Jarrett's
yeah.
going to give us clues, one clue at a time, and it's clues relating to a random NASCAR driver from some time in history.
Could it be
Danny and I have no
anytime?
anytime. They might
What's
have
the
even
farthest
It could
back
be
I've gone?
you for all we know, but
Well, in the last 5 weeks, we had our guest Michael last week got Stacy Compton. 5 weeks ago, Danny got Sterling Marlin, and then Eric had a three-peat going as my light goes out with BJ McLeod, Bob Flock, and Rich Bickle.
Oh my gosh, I'm so.
Yeah, so this is some
I'm
So
tough
now you
cooked.
get an
ones.
idea of the
I'm
kind of
cooked.
range we can be looking at
Okay.
here.
Well, let's see how this goes.
And-
All right, Jared, hit us.
Yeah, Eric leads the series all time with Danny 32-29. So bragging rights.
Heck yeah.
So let's get started. This random driver, and you, by the way, you get 3 guesses. So once
Yeah,
you go
so
from
don't-
there, then
Don't
Just
fill
spend
in
it all in
all
one place.
it all at once.
I swear that light is eventually going to go up. This random driver is both a former driver as well as a broadcaster.
That's a pretty good for a first hint. That's one of the best
Yeah.
first hints we've gotten. Okay, all right.
This random driver hails from Massachusetts.
That makes it a little harder.
I've never been to Massachusetts.
Neither have I. This random driver in high school and college played soccer, tennis, and varsity lacrosse.
At the University of Florida.
I won't say. Didn't play volleyball.
That's a hint.
This random driver started racing at the age of 7 in quarter midgets and started their pro racing career in the world of outlaws while also at the same time attending college for engineering.
Where?
I'm not giving it away.
It wouldn't matter. I
And now
wouldn't know. Okay.
This random
Wait,
driver,
I'll throw a name out there. Ryan Newman.
Ryan Newman.
He's got
is
an
the
engineering
guest.
degree.
Yes, he does.
Oh, he's from Indiana. That was a stupid
Yes,
guess.
he is.
He's also never once been a broadcaster, Eric.
Oh, I figured he'd been on TV at least once. Okay. All right.
Does
All right,
broadcaster mean he could have done like a one race fill in?
Yeah,
Ooh, that's a
probably.
good idea.
Maybe, technically.
Oh, Jared. Yeah,
I'm not giving it away just yet. This random driver was the 2003 Knoxville Nationals Rookie of the Year.
Okay, so that definitely is not right. Newman.
If it makes y'all feel better, this is one of the few weeks the chat actually hasn't got it yet.
That makes me feel worse, actually. 'Cause if
Yeah,
they
that
haven't
does
gotten it,
make-
what
actually-
chance do we have?
This random driver won an opportunity to drive in Ford's driver development program.
Was this that like Roush game show or
Gong
something?
show, yeah.
I don't think it was
Oh.
that one. It might have been, but I don't think it was.
No, I think that was later on. I think that, well, I don't know.
I have
You
no
say you
clue.
don't know your NASCAR trivia.
Mhm.
This random driver had to sit out much of their second ARCA season due to breaking ribs in a wreck at Dover. Collarbone was
Nope.
intact, though.
Just rubbing it in.
Sorry.
Come on.
Gosh, I feel so stupid.
I'm lost. I
I had to
I'm-
dig deep.
No,
there for
I'm
this
I'm,
one,
lo-
so.
I'm just lost on this one.
I'm gonna need Jared to like be like
Like,
name
I'm
rhymes
very-
with.
I'm very weak of random ARCA injuries here.
Yeah, I can't
We'll-
say I've
we'll-
studied.
We'll start ramping it up a little bit. This random driver did have 3 second place finishes in ARCA and a career high truck finish of 14th at Daytona
Oh,
in 2008.
come
That was their
on.
best-
I
their
am
best
not
truck
getting this.
finish?
I was 2. How am I supposed to? That's
Jeez,
funny.
that was like 11 or 12, I think.
Yeah, starting to feel old. Is there gray in that beard yet, Jared?
Actually, there is.
Oh, no.
You have a baby and gray hairs just start appearing.
Guys, I
Oh
am
my
literally
gosh.
30 and I ain't even got gray in here yet.
Oh,
Meanwhile,
man.
I'm going full, I don't know, salt and pepper, but maybe salt and paprika at this point with it being red. This random driver's career high Xfinity finish was 19th at Gateway. This was in 2006, though.
It's a year out.
So we all remember that well. Yeah.
Oh, I do. I remember it vividly.
This random driver never made a Cup Series start, though.
I remember being in the hospital in 2006 and watching that gateway race when I was born.
Oh yeah.
I just don't remember who
remember
finished
seeing-
19th.
I remember seeing Cars the day it came out
Mhm.
in 2006.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw out a name. I don't even know if I'm getting the name right. Is it like Todd Kluver? Is that a name?
Cleaver.
Todd
Cleaver. How do you say it?
Cleaver was
Brutal.
I would say a good guess and development program around that time.
That's what I was thinking of, like the Ford stuff. There was so many people for Roush that didn't make it, you know?
I swear it looks like there's a ghost in here the way this light's flashing. This random driver drove these numbers. Now, Connor, you are allowed to take notes if any point
Oh
if you
gosh.
want to.
What
Yeah.
do you,
I don't think it's gonna help me.
All right. The numbers driven in NASCAR, on only NASCAR, were 05, 4, 6, 40, 43, 46, and 98. So shorter list this week.
That's not a lot.
Does that include ARCA?
Don't think it. I think it does actually include ARCA.
Gosh, that's not a lot.
but some notable ones. 43 in there. I don't know if that was. I don't know if that's a cup number or
No, there's
the
no cup
six?
races.
Oh yeah, that's right. No cup
Yeah.
races. Dang it.
Listen, Eric.
I'm not listening very well. That's.
Yeah. What was the one a few?
I
weeks
thought
or
Ryan
month
Newman was
ago?
from Massachusetts. That's on me. That's my bad.
This random driver did drive Chevys and Fords, obviously being the Ford development program, but is most known for driving in Dodges.
Has the
no.
chat gotten it?
A few are starting to.
I was gonna say by this point they can look it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will say none of the four of us have ever tweeted, I think, at or about this random driver.
Jared's always like digging through our Twitters. It's kind of feels like an invasion of privacy, even though it's all public.
I only look up the random driver stuff. I don't do any.
I would have
further
been
from there.
I would have been highly impressed if none of the hosts tweeted about it, but Connor somehow did.
Yeah. Man, I was just watching the 2008 Daytona truck race, and man, he had a
What a-
good run to 14th.
This random
many more-
driver.
How many more clues are left, Jared?
Have you guys ever not gotten it?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
that's happened a
beat
few
them
times.
6 times, but over 2 years. So
Not today.
I think I have like 6 or 7 left.
Okay.
They'll start
Did
getting
you do
more.
that on purpose? Did you do that
I didn't even think about that. Hey, I've been told since having a kid I'm reaching unk status now. You think I purposely did that?
I have to ask this since you're here, Connor. Have you seen the people who think that you look just like the 6'7" kid?
I've gotten tagged in it, I think, once or twice, but why is there a group of people that think I look like
I've
them?
just seen a fair amount on NASCAR Twitter say you look like him for some reason.
Yeah, I've gotten it.
I didn't know there
I
was
see
a
it.
kid. I didn't know the origins of this meme.
Yeah,
Unk.
I feel
Eric
so
is
old.
Unk.
Yeah. Never mind. I'll check my beard for gray after the show.
Let's see. This random driver once nearly had a show about them on Speed called Dirt to Diamonds. There was a pilot made, but it was then canceled. I believe it was in 2012.
Dirt to diamonds.
This is like a baseball movie. What are we doing?
Yeah,
here?
we're going from dirt racing to baseball.
Supply a car and they will come. This random driver actually today co-hosts a show on MRN. Since 2015, this show has been on MRN, so it's been there for a while.
Oh man.
It rolls out Dave Moody, doesn't it?
World of Outlaws superstar Dave Moody.
I couldn't even name 3 MRN. I guess I
Yeah.
could name 3.
I could
but-
name like the play-by-play, the radio broadcast. I don't listen to their weekly shows.
You want the
Yeah.
name of the show?
I don't know. Just keep
Sure.
going, Jared. We got to get this.
That'll be our
Winged
last
Nation.
sin.
Wing
Oh.
Nation.
Oh, that does
Oh,
not
so
help.
it's
Oh, I know
No.
of the show. I don't think I've listened to it though. Okay, give us another one.
All right. Danny B has actually made, in part, not a full video, but in part, a video about this random driver.
Huh.
Unfair advantage.
But it's probably been so long ago. Do you think I recall? Nope.
Oh man, I can't believe this.
how long ago was that video?
That's a good
I think it was like 5 or 6 years ago.
Oh, that's not as bad as I thought.
Connor was still a little kid though.
This random driver in 2005 joined the Evernham driver development program.
Oh, it's Aaron Crocker or Aaron Everham.
Aaron Crocker, Evernham.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yes. Wow, I can't believe I pulled that one. That just wow.
You know what that means, Eric?
Have I
also
locked it up for the year?
I have a prediction wrong. You will finish ahead of me.
First ever random driver of the week championship. Where's my trophy? Where's the
I was never
hardware?
gonna get that.
Dang,
And
yeah.
his
I was hoping you
trophy-
guys would like answer it quickly so that we didn't get so many guesses and I didn't look as bad. But yeah, we got pretty far.
No,
So
the 43, now that makes a lot more sense. That was her
Yeah.
truck number. The 6, I
Mhm.
kept thinking Roush, but I forgot that Evernham did have it for a little while.
I remembered the Dodge. A Dodge ever? Yeah, I just
That
finishing the dirt
that
stuff.
should have gave it away. In all honesty,
We'll take it. We'll take it. Well,
it could have been
congrats.
worse, Connor.
Thank you.
There were points where I would get like 40 different clues for these guys and just run them for like a half hour, running them in circles.
the most random guy.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, that's what's funny. You guys kept saying like, "Oh, he," and I'm just like, I have to keep a straight face because if I
on us.
laugh too hard, everyone calling Aaron Evernham he.
Well, Connor, we appreciate you playing along with that.
Yeah, I didn't have high hopes for that, so
It was entertaining. The chat got a kick out of it.
I'll stick to the driving.
Yeah.
you do stick to the driving. Connor, no pressure on you, but in our prediction segment, we also do one where we give 2 predictions and we keep track of those. Tonight, I went ahead and put in that you will win the Xfinity Series Championship, so no pressure.
I hope so too. Fingers crossed. Did you all have
Yeah.
to pick different people?
No, so we're gonna be doing like actual picks for races, but
Okay.
this is just like we do like things that could be like years in the making kind of predictions. We just say something we think will happen, and we either get it right or we get it wrong. Like sometimes we'll do something
Who-
like we predict like our personal what our NFL team will do or something
Yeah,
like that too.
Got
Was
it.
that your way of trying to see which of us believes in you or doesn't believe in you?
Yeah, kinda.
Like if I had said, Sam Mayer, would you have been like, oh, turn the stream off?
No, I just would have thought of you differently.
Oh,
No, I'm kidding.
I'm keeping this one close to the vest. I'm curious, what's your NFL team?
The Panthers. Except we're even right now. We're doing pretty good. 3-3. That's a good
Yeah,
year for the Panthers.
hi, I'm a Titans fan. Life sucks right now.
I
Cam
see
Ward's
the
interview. Cam Ward's interview is all time.
That's
I'm gonna
true.
keep it a buck.
Hey, at least for once we have a guest on, and I still lead the leaderboard when it comes to NFL record. So
Yeah, our
Yay
teams
me.
are all kind of bad. He's Vikings. I'm Texans. Like we're kind of. It's not a great.
Yeah.
We're not a very
I'll tell
good
you though.
conference.
I'll
over
tell you
here.
though. 2015 Panthers was one of the most electric things. Back when Cam Newton and Luke
Mhm.
Kuechly.
I do
That
have a
was fun.
soft
Team's
spot for
legit.
your Panthers though because y'all got my boy Hendon Hooker on there now. So
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I didn't even realize that. And then you guys kept Adam Thielen warm for us for a few years, and then we took him
Give
back.
back. Yeah.
He's if there's Unk status, he's grandpa status
Yeah,
at
I
this
know.
point.
But he's a dog. He's still a dog.
He's a slow dog.
Yeah, I mean he is.
He is
but-
so damn slow.
did you like the Panthers before or after you kind of went to the Charlotte area?
I grew up in Charlotte.
Oh, that's right. My bad.
Yeah, I was born
Did
here.
you like him in utero or?
You didn't
Yeah,
have a choice.
I was always cheering for him. Yeah.
Did your mom? You said is from Canada. Does she have a team, or does she care?
She's kind of a Buffalo, like a pseudo Buffalo
There you
Bills
go.
fan, but
Okay,
I think
okay.
she's more of like a Buffalo fan when they're good,
fair enough.
which is always at this point. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I get it.
Connor, with you being the Florida fan, I'm going to be going to my first game at the Swamp later this year. So hopefully it's a good time. I've heard horror stories from Tennessee fans have gone down there, but if I run into you, don't hurt me.
Yeah, I'll try not to. I think I'm going to the Tennessee game, so
Oh,
hopefully I don't run into you. Just kidding.
might get ugly. See cameras
Yeah.
on.
I'm nice. I'm just a good old friendly Tennessee volunteer is all.
Danny can
Yeah.
be pretty savage in our group chat.
I think you'll like the Swamp. The Swamp's really cool.
I went
There's a reason I
into
keep going back.
I went into their stadium one time we were on our way to Disney, and I was shocked. Like the stadium was just wide open, and we could just walk in there anytime.
Yeah.
So I walked in there, just checked it out, and was like, "Yeah, I want to come see a game here."
It's cool.
Really?
It's cool.
That's pretty crazy.
That's freaking
Yeah.
wild.
You'd be surprised at how many stadiums are like that. And when we went to Eric's wedding earlier in the year, like I could just walk right into TCU's football stadium. It was open as well.
That's the thing. I'm so college football illiterate that like it could be staring me in the face and I wouldn't know this. Like I barely pay attention. So like you guys are telling me this, and I'm just my thinking is like NFL stadiums where like 10 minutes after the game they kick your ass out. So
Yeah, Neyland and Knoxville's not like that. They keep gates. You can't really just go into it casually like that.
I will say that did surprise me when I went to an Indiana game last year. I was like, I was like going to security. I'm like, hey, my cousin's doing this, this, and this. How long can I stay? And he's like, I don't know, until the sun comes up. I don't care. I was like, okay. I didn't know that was the deal with it. And I basically stayed till the sun.
You need to
came
hop
up.
back on that bandwagon. They just took down Oregon last weekend.
I mean, I like them. It's just my cousin doesn't go there anymore. So it's not like
Yeah.
I have a dog in the fight, really. And Notre Dame's mediocre this year, so I haven't really paid any attention.
Well, Connor, before we let you go, this is fitting. Someone in the chat, a regular viewer, just asked, "Who's your favorite Florida player of all time?"
All time?
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. Like I could go all time like that I've watched in the past. Obviously Tim Tebow is hard to knock.
Fair.
I really liked Kyle Trask. He was our quarterback. I wish he would get a shot in the pros. He was just like he was just a dog. He was just really good. DJ's grown on me, but he needs to play a little better right now. So if I were to pick one, I'd probably go either Tim Tebow, Emmitt Smith. Emmitt Smith was really good. Yeah, I was big. I just liked when the Gators were good, and I wasn't really around. I was a baby when they were good. So hopefully we can return to our glory days and
I'm the same way of Tennessee. I was like 3 when we won the national championship.
Yeah, they won in 06 and 08, and I was a newborn and 2. So yeah, it's been a tough last couple years with Billy. So hopefully we can turn it around. But one question for you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Back to racing, I guess. Who does everyone
you.
like if you could see this year for the Cup Championship, who do you guys want to see win the championship? Do you think you want Denny to win it, or do you not want Denny to win?
I'll go first.
Basically, is the question.
I'll go first. It's on my channel. At this point, Connor, yeah, do it or this is your last chance, in my opinion. Like I'm ready to see it. Like just do it. What are you waiting on?
This Shia LaBeouf memes. Do it. Make your dreams come true. I picked Blaney to win it, so I want to look smart. So I'd say Blaney, but I also root for storylines, and I have to agree with Danny. Denny would be the story. So yeah. I'd be good with either of those two.
Denny, the emotional one for me, like just I would love to see it. I've literally watched
I think it would be
almost.
I think it would almost be as cool as Dale Earnhardt winning the Daytona 500. Not quite to that level.
I'd have to ask my grandpa. He was there,
but I think everybody would appreciate it. So I feel like it would be really cool. But
if he finds a way to get to Phoenix, the chaos side of me wants to see everyone's reaction if Logano wins again.
Damn it, Danny.
If Logano tied Jeff Gordon, because he would this time, he would tie Jeff Gordon in championships. Twitter would be glorious to just go on and just doom scroll all day long. I could probably make an hour-long compilation of everyone's reactions of him tying Jeff Gordon, and it would be the greatest troll job ever because I don't even have to do a damn thing. I just put it what everyone else says. Like I don't even have to say I don't have to say a thing. Joey would say it, and then he would probably get up on the stage and be like, "How about them playoffs?" He would. He would rub it in their faces. But real quick, one last thing on the football front. That time that Florida was really good. Was that when Percy Harvin was on the team?
Yes. Percy.
Okay.
Yeah, Percy was around back then, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he was so fast.
He was there from 06 to 08.
Yeah, I'm a huge Vikings fan, and we loved him because we had him on the team.
Yeah, the kick returns and oh my gosh, Percy.
Dude, I got to see them and AP and Favre all in person when they were amazing, and it was just insane how fast they were.
Yeah,
like it was like a blur watching him just run up and down the field, left and right. I think he might have had a kick return in that game. I can't remember. It's been 16, 17 years, but yeah, I was just thinking, I'm like, he had to have been on one or all of those teams.
Do you think Chase Elliott's going to win most popular driver?
I don't know. Denny will give him a run for his money.
You think this is the year it changes?
No, hell no.
I think Shane Van Gisbergen's got the best shot at beating him.
Yeah, with the whole entire country of New Zealand and Australia, I guess.
I don't think he will. I just remember there was a year in baseball where the Blue Jays dominated all-star voting, and I thought that was so silly.
I'll do a sponsor tie-in here for you. If Chase Elliott loses most popular driver this year, I will drink a can of Red Bull on every single podcast episode next year. I'll do it live on air. First 10 minutes, I'll down it.
He already talks too much.
I'm serious. I that's how sure I am. He'll win.
All right.
Connor, it's funny you bring this up. Actually, it's important to read a few of our super chats while they're relevant to having you on right now. West Virginia donated $1.99 to us, and they said, "Vote Jesse Love for most popular driver. # We are voting for Love."
I don't even have a response. I don't even have a response. You know, the thing is, we got to beat Justin. So all the young folk splitting their votes for me and Jesse is killing our chance to beat Justin. So instead, you should just vote for me, so that way we can dethrone Justin, right?
Now, guys, I'm just throwing this out here. Only one of these two, between Connor and Jesse, only one of these two is a proud supporter of the Southeastern Conference, which is what a lot of our audience would probably pull for in that division of things. Only one of these guys has appeared on the NASCAR Weekly podcast now. So I don't know what y'all are trying to campaign for when we clearly have, a friend of the show here on of us now.
Yeah. Get silly for Zillow.
Yeah, I just was about to say, Ross Crash Stain says, "Don't be silly, vote for Zilly." Yeah, we got a slogan and everything.
I like it.
Let's make it happen.
Make it happen. I wish I could, but
one more thing. I won't word this the exact same way this person did, but Justin Drake, he's a very generous supporter of our show. He dropped in $19.99 to us, and he said he wanted to know if you had predicted the Gators losing to South Florida this season. He said that he thought that. Personally, I thought that would happen as well.
Yeah, I did not predict that one. No, I especially because it was a home game. And it's funny, someone asked me at the beginning of the playoffs, they said, "How many playoff points would you give up for Florida to win the national championship?" And I said I would honestly give up somewhere between 5 to 7 playoff points this year for them to win. That's how big of a fan I am. Like I just, man, it kills me that we are bad. And my mood on Saturdays is obviously very dependent on how I finish, but also dependent on if the Florida Gators win. So it's been tough this year.
So if we see you going faster, it's likely motivated by anger of Billy Napier.
Yeah, except it could be over after this weekend. It could be over after this weekend. And Marty, my crew chief, the last few weeks, I've been asking for score updates mid-race. Because all the races, obviously we always have to put the races and the game at the same time. So I've been trying to, I don't want to act unfocused in the car, but at the same time, it's on the back of my mind and I got to ask. So, yeah, it's been tough, but the Roval, we beat Texas and I won the race. So that was a great Saturday.
That is a good weekend for you.
That might be the most relatable thing. The most relatable thing I've ever heard from a NASCAR driver, that they're asking for football scores during the race. That would be me.
I love that we have you on to talk NASCAR and everything. And what do we do half the damn time? We're putting you up in a game show that you're probably ill prepared for, and the other half are rubbing it in about your football team. We're gonna ask, like, how was that show you went on this week? All three of them are assholes. Like, that's for sure.
Hey, I can't rub anything against him too much. He beat Texas, and so that means that Florida always beats any orange and white UT that comes in there for some reason, mine included, since 2003. But the last time I got to go to a Florida and Tennessee game was my senior year in 2016 when Tennessee won. So I'm hoping to bring that good luck with me.
Yeah. Well, I hope to bring the good luck with me instead.
I'm so damn out of the loop on all this. I'm like, I don't know. When's the last time my team has played yours?
Yeah.
Like, when's the last time Notre Dame and Florida played each other? And then I don't even know. I looked it up, and Florida State kept popping up instead of Florida.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't remember ever playing Notre Dame.
Yeah,
good stuff.
So,
Well, we appreciate you stopping by, Connor.
Yeah,
Hopefully
thank
this
you,
isn't the
guys.
last time we have you. About to be a Cup driver next year, so we'd
I
love to
know.
have
Big jump.
we'd love to have the Cup Series rookie Connor back on at some point next year.
Yeah, I'd love to. No, it was good. Obviously it's 10:30 in my world, but it's worth it. I never go to sleep early anyway, so I can't say I was gonna be in bed anyway at this point in time.
Yeah, I kind of felt bad 'cause I'm like, oh, we're keeping up, but I thought, oh wait, what was I doing at his age? Yeah, he ain't gonna-
I know I lack more sleep than I should, but
do
hey,
you
I make sure I make up for it on the weekends.
do you do any kind of gaming or anything like that during the week?
I honestly I used to play way too much Xbox, and I played Madden. I played way too much NBA 2K. I played Siege, Rainbow Six Siege. I played Fortnite. Obviously, Fortnite was big for a couple years, but I was not great at it, and my friends always made fun of me, so it wasn't fun, but it was fun. And yeah, I used to play a lot, but recently I haven't as much. I don't know. I just kind of burned myself out of video games, and
I feel
eventually, I have like those 2 week Minecraft spans where I'll go play Minecraft for 2 weeks straight all
Minecraft is a
day.
relaxing game, though.
It
It is
is. It
cathartic.
is. It's so
Mhm.
therapeutic. And yeah, so I had a Minecraft world a couple months ago that I spent a couple too many hours on, and but yeah, I play every now and then, but not as much as I used to.
I hate keep like doing a Midwestern goodbye with you and asking another question, but I
No,
have
you're
to
good.
ask.
I'm all good.
My wife's in the chat right now, and she said, "I need to know if he's played Dead by Daylight."
No, I haven't. What is Dead by Daylight? I don't even know what Dead by Daylight is.
I better lock the door. She might storm in here. She's obsessed with it.
God, oh,
I'm like,
geez.
I'm expecting her to come in and be like, "How does he not know this?" I'll be
All right.
honest, man.
He's a
He tells me all
NASCAR
about it.
driver. He's not going to know every game.
On to bigger and
Yeah.
better things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a Fortnite kid. I'm sorry.
Hey, Fortnite has a special place in the heart of the show, Connor. I don't know if you noticed or not, but this show was actually started because of Fortnite, basically.
Really? How?
So this show originated with me and Jarrett. Back then, I had my camera off to the side. I was shaved my head bald essentially, and it was just us. And we decided we need something else on this. And we was like, well, what about this Eric guy? He seems really good. At the time, I think Eric was under 100K on YouTube, and he was live doing Fortnite, and we just basically spammed his chat trying to get him to notice us and actually just come on as like a guest one episode, and it just morphed into whatever this has become now.
It became
Yeah.
YouTube pick-me's.
That's
Basically. Yeah. I don't think I've played Fortnite since that stream in 2018 or whenever that was.
So Fortnite
that worked
always
out.
has such a place in the
It
heart
worked
of
out.
this show.
That's funny. Yeah, that is
good.
pretty random.
That's good.
Well, thanks, Connor. Thanks for hanging
guys.
out with us.
Yeah,
We'll
of
let
course.
you
It's
go.
a good time. I'll come back
Good
next
luck,
year when
man.
I'm a Cup driver and I'm a little
Yeah.
cooler.
Yeah, let's talk about
more
talk about
street
everything
cred.
you love about your future Trackhouse full-time ride.
Maybe by then we'll know the number. That's what I'm curious
Yeah.
about.
What do you want it to be?
Do
I want
you know the
87.
number?
I do know the number.
Oh,
I want 87
Hmm.
just because has not been really used all that much. Make a number for yourself. Make your own legacy out of it rather than like taking over a number from somebody else. If it's like
Mm.
99,
You
I
Oh.
want 87.
99 does look kind of cool, though.
know what number I want
does.
you to have, Connor? And I'm probably way off on this anyways. I want y'all to just take it away from Rick Ware if they still have it. I want you to just take old Tim Tebow's 15 and drive it out there.
15. That's a good. I don't mind that. Yeah. I'm satisfied. I'm excited. I think we're announcing it sometime in the coming weeks. So sometime soon. I got a text
Cool.
about we got to do some sort of, I don't know, deal, video, whatever to announce it soon. So
Content.
yeah.
You
Yeah,
can see
exactly.
you can see you do some kind of collaboration with your quarterback DJ Lagway. He just signed an NIL deal with Red Bull. I saw.
Yeah, I know it's cool. I'm pretty sure we were supposed to, but obviously it's been a down start to the year for them, so it didn't work out. But hopefully at some point I'll be able to. I should. You know, they know I'm a big Gator fan, and I've made that vocal. So hopefully it'll work out.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Well, Connor, it's been fun. We appreciate you being
Yeah.
on here. We've got to get our picks in for this weekend, so we got to
Have
get
fun.
that.
Take it easy.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one. I
See you,
appreciate it.
Connor. Talk
too,
to you
man.
next.
Thanks, man.
Let- Oh, there he goes.
Well, that
Good
was fun.
stuff.
I can actually update the title of the stream at some point, featuring Connor Zilisch instead of mystery guest now.
I was about to say he might have been from the Charlotte area, but the way we're all going, we just did a full Midwestern goodbye for 15
We did.
minutes.
I know,
there.
right?
That was fun
But
though.
it was.
I have to pee. I'll be right back. Sorry.
Oh gosh.
Well, we can go
Make your
through
picks.
while he's doing that. We can go through the pick points really quick again, just to re-up it for everyone. If I can actually find where the hell I put them. Yeah, I'm still leading, but the lead is not as I am in a full choke job mode right now, man. I think I had like a 31 point lead 2 weeks ago, and I've lost over half of it to Eric minus 15, Chat minus 23, decent enough gap, and then Danny minus 31. But you're all back in the fight. I can't believe
I was 52 back just a few weeks ago.
I can't believe I've let everybody back in the fight all over again, man. I've done this over and over again this year. It's time to lock in, and apparently I've been locked out. So,
yes.
But yeah, so I guess we can start it going because Danny and Chat picked before Eric.
That's very true.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's truck pick. What we got?
As much as you want to think something interesting can happen at Talladega, and something interesting can happen at Talladega, I want to go for monkey pick. That's also just a very good super. Go with Corey Heim.
I don't know if it came across this way in the chat, but you kind of like roboted on my end. So I'm gonna go with a monkey poo, and then it goes, but Corey Heim, and I'm like, yeah, all right, we got it. Let's
Okay,
go Heim time.
Corey Heim, monkey pick.
What's the chat got then?
They're going with Grant Enfinger.
The finger.
Very overwhelmingly Grant Enfinger.
That is a pretty good pick, not gonna lie. So Grant Enfinger is their pick, which means there he goes.
Eric's going up the bathroom.
I'm back.
All right.
Who picked who? Sorry.
Danny,
did you see me squirming the last like 5 minutes of our goodbye with Connor?
Yeah.
I was like, I gotta pee. Let's wrap this up.
Danny has Heim. Chat has the finger. So who do you got?
The finger?
Enfinger.
Grant.
No, I know, but that's really okay. Screw it. Parker Kligerman.
God damn it.
Oh, hey-oh.
That was gonna be mine. Oh, Kligerman. All right. I'll just go kind of chalky with it too. Just because I need somebody who can be halfway decent at these tracks. I go lane rigs. Why not?
Solid.
Right.
It is his sponsor's race, so
Xfinity time. Who's gonna win Xfinity?
No offense to our lovely guest, Connor Zilisch. I'll go with his good buddy Jesse Love in this one.
Oh, through the heart.
Full of love. Which means Chat. The twos are coming in right now, but I'm assuming they're gonna course correct.
Yeah, they're gonna pivot to 21. Watch it.
Pivot.
No.
There's some 88s.
Yeah, there's some 88s just for the love of it.
Watch, we're gonna see like Connor Zilisch pop in. 88.
The 88s are all on my end being like held for review.
It's
I know.
21.
I mean, they keep.
I think
Is the chat glitching out for anyone else?
Yeah, my chat's glitching like crazy. I think you might have to pull them 88 and 21.
Yeah,
because they keep 88s on my
because
end.
they keep them all for review.
Yeah, they're all being
I'm
like.
not even seeing it holding for review on my end.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know.
I mean, let's at least pull it just to be sure.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna be 21, but let's just be.
Pull it.
They're all being held for review. I think I know why, but I'm not gonna say on air why. But
gosh.
They're literally writing it out for words now. 88.
Say Dell Jr.'s number. Oh, but 88's winning.
Yeah, I knew.
So I'm saying they kept popping up.
But if you give them two choices, they don't want the big bully.
Wow.
All right. 3, 2, 1, and it's over.
All right, so they got
They
Zilisch.
took the guess, Connor Zilisch.
Damn, man.
Then I'll take Austin Hill.
God damn it.
I don't really want him, but I don't know.
He's
I
Took
like him better than
all
the other
of
picks.
Garrett's picks. He's blowing it. Blowing
I'm
it.
blowing it. I'm blowing it, man. All right. It's not one that a lot of people are going to go with. I'm going to have to actually re-download the number to put it into the graphic we'll put out Saturday morning. But I'm doing it. I'm doing it, y'all. All right. And you know what I'm doing? I got to move myself over.
Hi, Eric.
I don't know. I'm trying to like get myself out front of everyone so I can show you. Jeb. I'm going Jeb Burton.
Jeb Burton?
Jeb. I'm doing the Jeb meme. He
He's
should have
blowing
won in the
it.
spring.
Blowing it.
He should have won in the spring. He's been
Yeah.
super consistent at super.
He has won here
speedways.
before.
He's led tons of laps. I think he's a good pick. I'm probably going to get proven wrong, but I think that Jeb's a good pick. He's my number 4 pick, by the way.
It's not a terrible pick, but it's out on a leash.
Jebediah.
Or out on a limb. Not on a leash. Out on a limb.
John
Okay.
Edward Burton III.
Okay.
Dude, everyone's judging me. I know. Who's going to suck in Cup? Let's move on and get the focus off me.
Yeah, we all know you did not feel good about that pick.
No, I didn't.
Cup suck. He's out of his ride. Justin
Please
Haley.
clap.
Haley, okay.
I know that reference. Please clap.
Yeah. I get what you're doing.
If he wins, I will tweet a picture of him of the Jeb meme over the 50 states for Jeb. I will do it. I will buy a Jeb Burton hat if he wins.
Now
this
I
thing.
know what this was that you were
The
trying
Jeb.
to do. And
Jeb.
yeah, now I know what meme you're talking about.
I
Give me a
will,
second.
dude. If he wins, I will freaking gloat so much, even though I'm so unsure about this.
Suck pick for the chat. They're kind of going all over. Maybe Hamlin? No, maybe Logano? Are they trying to will a Logano suck race into existence here?
Mm,
I think they might
I'll
be
give him
going.
Logano. I'm saying more 22s than anything.
They can't pick
Ty
him to
Dillon's
win.
the other one. Yeah, that's
Yeah, but I'll give him Logano on this one.
I'll take his teammate Austin Cindric. I know that's bold, but I feel like that team has no mojo right now. So I just think something's gonna happen.
I'll go Tyler Reddick.
All right.
Just
Dark horse.
Yeah. Danny.
Dark horse for this one. Oddly enough, I just picked his teammate to suck, but I'll go Carson Hocevar as my dark horse on this one.
Okay. You
Chat.
can probably pick while the chat's picking.
Sure. I've got Chris Buescher.
Bush, that's a good one. I got Cole Custer.
That's a good one too.
Like he was on the verge of my list to put for win, but I was like, I'm gonna use restraint. Like, gotta use restraint. Yeah, some others are like, is the chat glitching on your end too?
Now it looks normal. Stenhouse or Bush
Okay.
seem to be getting the most votes.
I'll go
Hocevars.
Stenhouse. I'm saying that more than anything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
give
think
him Stenhouse.
Stenhouse is the one, which means
And that's one I don't think people would. You'll be shocked if he wins, but you don't want to go for him to win.
well, who does win, Danny? Who wins this cup race?
Well, I've got to stand on business because I said a driver not in the playoffs will win the cup race at Talladega. So,
Oh my God, he's gonna do it.
what am I going to do?
You tell me.
Say it.
Say it. Say
Does,
it.
does this person drive a Chevy?
Ooh, this is what it's like to be on Random Driver of the Week. Yes.
Does this person drive for Hendrick Motorsports?
Can I buy a vowel?
I think so. I think his job's always perpetually on the line.
Justin Haley.
He used to drive for Hendrick. It's Kyle Busch.
Yeah, that was a pivot. All right. Kyle Busch.
Chat, who you want? Oh, they're taking my pick.
Pretty
Dang it.
clear,
Yeah.
Blaney.
Yeah.
Dadgum.
They're Blaney bros this week.
But 9 tried to make it in there.
All right. So who do you have?
Let me confirm a stat real quick before I confirm this pick. This pickarooski, as they say.
Can you give me the OEM at least so I can make my pick?
Chevrolet. I'm going
Some bitch.
William Byron.
God damn it. Eric is taking every one of my picks.
5 straight
Everyone.
top 10 finishes at Talladega. He's the winningest next gen drafting racer. Byron.
Good pick.
Thank you.
Hey,
Thank
you know what? At least that guy that always says how stupid we are in our picks will like you this week. The one with the Byron profile pick that every week tells us how stupid we are for counting Byron out, and every week he finishes like sub 20th. Have you noticed that? Every time he says it, Byron finishes like freaking 25th. Every time. But every time he doesn't say it, like Byron actually contends. Like
my pick is going to give that small percentage of Rowdy Nation hope.
Oh man, there's 2 on my big board right now, and they're basically tied for 3rd. And I really didn't want it to come down to them, and now it is. God, I did not want to pick between these 2. I don't know. One, I'll tell you this: one's a Chevy and one's a Ford. If that makes it any better.
Let's see, I went with Chevy. Eric went with Chevy.
Chat went with
Chat
Ford.
went with Ford.
You know what? I like this team as an organization here. They've been pretty fast, pretty smart. I pulled the trigger on him. Go Alex Bowman. He's been really good at super speed.
He did it.
Like the last one.
He did it for me.
I'll finish what Danny started. Even if he doesn't win, the Hendrick cars have been pretty good at being there at the end in these races.
So let's review this.
I'll say this: Larson was somebody I was thinking about because he has been so consistent. I almost did, but I don't know. Someone's telling me not to, which is probably the wrong decision.
Was the Ford you were thinking of Cendric?
Yes. But the thing, even at his good tracks, I can't trust him. I don't know why.
Even though he literally won here in spring.
I know, but come on. How many times through the years have you actually seen somebody sweep Talladega in the 25 years you've watched the sport? Like Jeff Gordon did it in 07. I think that was the last or one of the last ones. Like, how often does somebody actually sweep Talladega these days? Or any days, for the most part?
We can really close this gap this weekend.
I feel great about my 3 picks. I got Kligerman.
I feel, even with a Kyle Busch, I feel good about my picks.
I got Kligerman, Hill, Byron. This is
going
to be tight.
Kyle Busch. I won't be sad if Jared's right, but you know.
I got the scraps, basically.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say, if I extend the lead, I'm gonna like screen record this, put it in here, and be like, oh, how great do we feel now?
This is a big one. This is like, we need Danny, you, I chat. We need to make up points on Jarrett. We need to get within striking distance after this week, or it's probably over.
Like, I tried to ride the Bowman, win the super speedway train at Daytona, and it was the most like up and down nail biter to the end race I've ever been at my entire life. So,
but the one he crashed out in?
Yeah, because I wanted to win and make the playoffs, but then I had to wait and see if he even made the playoffs. Still, I watched him crash, and I'm scared it would happen again for you.
That was like the only one that he's crashed in so far, though. Like,
not true.
It's a big thing, and it's why even for a while I held off on Junior would race. I struggled to pick my favorite driver to win just because I usually jinx him. But Bowman's not my favorite driver. I don't have a favorite driver, so I won't jinx. And he goes last second and gets his prediction right.
I want one of my teams to win in Alabama this weekend. I'd prefer my Saturday one.
Bowman on the back.
I prefer your Sunday one personally, Danny. I'd very much prefer. But all right. Well, now we can do the super chat stage break. the long one, the delayed one that went. This is our 2021 Daytona 500.
Yes. And I'm just going to go ahead and say this now. Shame on you, YouTube. I saw from Hunter Nixon a hundo drop in earlier, and you guys have hidden it. It's not even in my my super chats here now. I can't even go back and find it.
If
Thank-
he's still in, text it in the
No,
chat,
no,
and I'll keep an eye
no,
out.
it's all good. Thankfully, I
Okay.
am Facebook friends with Hunter, and I have been for a very long time. So I messaged him and said, "Your super chat disappeared, brother. Tell me what you said." So for a hundo, Hunter Nixon, appreciate your generosity as always, my friend.
Very generous.
He said, "Picking Hamlin to win a championship at this point is like picking my Georgia Bulldogs to beat Alabama. It's not going to happen and won't believe it till I see it." Well, at least you have seen it, Hunter. I've seen it in Neyland. I have not seen it on the road.
We'll see if we see Denny finally pull it off.
That's very true.
Thank you for the very generous super chat, Hunter.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes. Always appreciate it, Hunter. Let's see. Where did we last leave off? Let's see.
God, it was 3 from the NWP Pick Monkey and then one more after that.
Okay, it was Blake Feeman. Appreciate it, $1.99. Blaney is Davey Allison in 92 without the injuries.
Yeah,
You guys
the
see it?
maddening inconsistency, but tons and tons of speed. Yeah,
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Rowdy 8 Diecast, appreciate the $5, Will. At this point, I want to see Denny Hamlin finally get his championship. He's an all-time great and deserves at least one. Making NASCAR mad would also be funny. That it would be funny that then, they do the Champions Week and they've got to literally pay and set up something to celebrate this man.
That'd be so funny.
That'd be amazing.
I would love to watch that speech. I feel like there's some stuff you would see more live than what actually gets put out, because it's an edited thing at the end of the day, so they can take something out if they wanted to.
What if it's before the lawsuit? What if they boycott the celebration? What do they do then? Celebrate second?
Just only celebrate the other two series. Lord Voldemort, I appreciate becoming a member of Danny B Superfans. Appreciate that. $1.99 super chat come in from Lord Voldemort. Hashtag boycott Chick-fil-A.
I like Chick-fil-A.
Evergreen Mountain, appreciated $10 from you. Disclaimer, I'm a Denny Hamlin fan, but I'd be so happy to see him win the championship, walk up on stage with a big smile, take the trophy from Jim France, and just say, "Eat crap, Jim. See you in court." That would be an all-time moment. That'd be Sports Center. That'd be Pat McAfee. That'd be everything talking about that.
I like
be the
Bianchi's
most-
idea.
Yeah.
Do y'all see that one?
No.
Bianchi's idea is that he brings the championship trophy in court and places it in the chair next to him.
Yep. I think that's so great.
I love it. I'm all for it.
Creston John, appreciate the $5 from you. Since he brought up the topic, Eric, list your top 5 French fries.
Shit, I don't
Just do
know.
top 3. Top 5 seems like a lot.
Oh, Five Guys does have really good fries.
Expensive as crap these days.
Yeah, they're pricey. I'm not saying they're worth it, but I'm saying as a treat, they're good. I really like. There's a place that they're mostly just on like the East Coast, or there's only a few of them left. They might only be in like Florida, but BurgerFi. If anyone's been to BurgerFi, used to be on Tyler Reddick's car. They do a bunch of like seasoned and sauced up fries that are really good. And then I still like Chick-fil-A. I'll throw them in there as like the cheaper kind of casual option.
I'll give you a good one for when you come back to the Nashville area, probably next year. It's not a normal fast food place, but I every now and then when I want to give myself a treat, because it's a healthy place, go to Poke Nash, get yourself a poke bowl and some Hawaiian fries. They're sweet and salty at the same time. It's like the perfect mix for just a little bucket of fries.
Like a sweet potato fry is really good. I'll give you that.
I think it's like they're as sweet as a sweet potato fry, but it's just normal fries. Like really, really good.
Cool. I like that.
I'll give an honorable mention. Actually, I give my number 1. You can only find it around like the Bristol, Tennessee area. Pals. They got those shoestring fries, kind of like McDonald's, but lots of seasoning on them. They're very good.
They are pretty good.
Mrs. Jar Jar Banks, appreciate $1.99 from you. Chris Rice, you son need to go. Hashtag Misa stands with 2311. Then her husband, Jar Jar Binks, appreciate $1.99 from you. Chris Rice, you so horrible human.
Yikes.
Hashtag keep Disa playoff. Bimaja, appreciate the $10 from you. If you guys could bring one sponsor to NASCAR that hasn't been in a sport before, that they've never been in, who would it be and why? Also, thoughts and prayers to the Doom family. Thanks for sharing that, Danny. Yes, thank you and appreciate. I saw a couple of familiar names on the GoFundMe, so appreciate those who did take time to go support the Doom family during this time. As far as a sponsor that has never been in NASCAR that I would love to see in NASCAR, that's an interesting question.
Bucky's.
That's a good one. I'll go with the fun one, and it's simply because of who they can bring to the track. I would love to see some tilted kilt girls on pit road. Tilted kilt car, I'd love it.
Yeah.
Put like Killian's on the side of it too, so you can have that like that nice like reddish, almost reddish purple color, the maroon color or whatever that they have on there, and like that'd be an awesome car and some be like have it start next to a monster car. Be like the greatest row in grid history.
Yeah. You know what? I'll say Costco. That'd be an interesting logo to see out there.
I like the options people are putting out there.
I stand at 2311 Carson. Appreciate a $9.99 from you. Hey Eric, or hey NWP, Eric, congrats on being the only host prediction on Hamlin making the Final Four in 2025. Also, good job on picking right driver at Las Vegas. Danny B. and Iceberg, what's wrong with your brains? Hey, I got the Almirola pick right.
I'm leading the points. So just saying, I won the
That's
first one.
old news.
Really? That old? I mean, I don't think it's that old. It's
What have you done for me lately? You're coughing up like a 40-point lead.
Put that away. Put that away.
It's a lead's a lead. All I need to do is win. Technically, I think I have the tiebreaker right now.
We're going on a run of Carson here, actually. So appreciate another $9.99 from you. I think the lawsuit against NASCAR is the best thing that's happened in a sport. Anything to wake this boring sport up is fine with me. No stage yellows and no elimination races is a couple ways. In a way, they have needed a little bit of a wake up call from the business side of things, I feel.
Sure.
I stand at 2311. Carson, once again, appreciate the $4.99 from you. I'm so happy Hamlin and Almirola swept the weekend for Joe Gibbs, and feel bad for saying this now. Zilisch, Larson, and Chevy had to settle for runner-ups. I bet he loved having our special guest.
Yeah, I think he tuned out during that portion.
Gordon, the big engine, once again with a 5 in honor of his buddy James, the big red engine. He says, it doesn't help that James, the red engine, is a playoff shill. He and I have been arguing since those rumors of the return of 36 race full season.
We got lore in our chat, man.
We do. We have Thomas the Tank Engine lore. That's amazing. This is definitely my channel. Racing. We talked the SEC football, and now we're talking trains. Speedy Racing 15. Appreciate $2. Go Mariners. Who are y'all cheering for? Hashtag Mariners 2025.
Dodgers.
Oh, the fuck? Why?
I have a
Behind the
Dodgers.
Brewers.
I've been to a Dodgers game. I'll go for Dodgers.
Can't spell
Oh
Milwaukee
my!
Can't spell Milwaukee without a big fat L.
Oh
And an
my!
empty trophy.
I need to go experience an Astros game. Since I'm kind of neutral, I just go to games just to go to games.
Oh, guys, see this is jeez Louise. I'm in misery
They didn't
right
steal
now.
pitch calls.
They did. The Astros have
with you.
3 rivals: the Dodgers, the Yankees, and the Rangers. Actually, they have 4. The Mariners. And who keeps going to the damn World Series? Dodgers, Rangers, Mariners. I'm getting sick and tired of this. We need our supremacy back. We had our run. We're about to mount a new charge before Altuve finally retires.
As much as I dislike the Brewers, the Cubs need to get better. The Brewers are a better team.
No, I'm not mad at that.
But that's the thing. If your division rival beat your team, would you root for anyone against them? your biggest
Yeah, you want your
rivals.
division in a way. You
There you
might.
go.
No,
I don't.
that's
I'm a
not
Cubs fan. I don't like
my
the
point.
Dodgers.
My point was the Dodgers are ruining baseball. They're the reason there's going to be a whole lockout in 2027 because they have a $3 trillion payroll all in layaway for the next 20 years. They're broken the game of baseball. They have every unfair geographic and financial advantage. It's terrible. It's terrible for the game that they continue to dominate and basically put an all-star team on the field for free.
And is that
So you can't
is
root
that
for the
their
Dodgers
fault?
if you're not.
Is that
Yeah,
their fault? No,
I did-
it's baseball's fault, just like NASCAR for managing the sport horribly.
I'm not going to defend Rob Manfred. Don't get me wrong, but
Like
I'm just
hell, I
saying
mean,
the
we can
Dodgers
make-
have exploited every advantage, and so to root for them as two non-native Californians is blasphemy and has me wanting to turn this stream off.
I am not rooting for a Milwaukee team.
You don't root for anyone. You can't say you're rooting for the Dodgers.
Okay, I'm rooting against Milwaukee. I'm not rooting for the Dodgers. I'm
That's
just rooting
fair.
for them to lose.
That's okay
I
with
don't
me.
like the Dodgers, but like I'm not rooting like that. Man, that's like okay. That's like the equivalent to if you're wondering why me, a Vikings fan, was rooting for San Francisco to beat Green Bay a few years ago in the playoffs. Like, no, like it makes perfect sense, and I would expect them to root against my team.
You can't.
We could
root
really
for-
do a
Eric,
baseball podcast.
You can't root for Goliath when he's fighting David. You can't. You just
Sure the
can't
hell I can.
unless you're best buds with Goliath. Then it makes sense.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Eric right now is going to be me next week ranting about SEC referees and Alabama when they ultimately beat my team.
Can't
And
root
what
for a
did your team
with a
need to
$2
do?
billion
Get better.
payroll.
I mean, we thought the same thing about Ohio State last year, but there's no rule against how much money they throw at people. Sorry, it's kind of like the tush push argument. Like maybe teams need to get better now. You know, if they're breaking rules like false starting every time, then sure. It's just like with NASCAR.
Justin
It's just
Drake
like
with
with NASCAR.
1999. Appreciate that, Justin. If the rumors are true, we know who Spire is firing next year for lack of quality results. Spire needs to find a driver in the lower levels and not just for a year, but give it a few years to create the environment they want.
I think there's a very real chance if Suarez gets that seat that he's out after 1 year, and it'll be like the fourth different driver of that car in 4 years or something like that. Crazy.
He would only have a long tenure at Trackhouse, and that would be all. Guys, we have a celebrity. Thomas the Tank Engine, $1.99.
Wow.
Cannot believe it. The big number one himself, guys. Hashtag Sodor. Hashtag Sodor stands with 2311 and FRM. Hashtag abolish the playoffs. Jeffrey King, appreciate the $4.99 from you. Could not watch live, but will tomorrow. Do y'all think more points for wins and podiums would award consistency and winning dominance no matter format? Yes. I don't know about awarding all that for the podiums. I mean, I get it, but I don't know if they'll do that per se, but the wins for sure.
I think we should weight the top more, and I don't think that anyone should score as many or more points in the winner. I think that point systems like the Latford system and this are fundamentally broken when the winner is not rewarded the most.
Yep.
And this is coming from a full season shill, if you will.
Speedy Racing 15, appreciate $2 from you. This is the best podcast ever. Thank you. Appreciate that, Speedy. I stand with 2311 Carson. Appreciate a $9.99 from you. I'm cheering for Hamlin to win a championship since it's only Johnson, Stewart, Jarrett, Earnhardt Sr., and maybe Terry Labonte are the only drivers to win championships in their 40s since the 1990s to now. That's a good point. That's a good point.
I have to look back on that.
Yeah, let's see where he ranks among oldest champions. If he gets it. Still big if.
Jeffrey King, appreciate the $1.99 from you. 10 spotter was done kind of wrong at Dega. Poor guy.
I always wondered what else we're not hearing.
Yeah. Good point. Will Griffin, appreciate the $5 from you. Sounds like RCR is content with being a crapbox Chevy team. If they're giving Colleague the boot, they could have been the next Evernham, but oh well.
How'd that end up for Evernham? Like,
Good,
I mean,
Rick.
went great for a while.
Jeffrey King, appreciate the $1.99 from you. NASCAR 25 is the best since Inside Line. Well, that's good to hear. I haven't had a chance to play it yet.
I would say so.
Yeah, see,
driving wise,
reviews.
I'll be very quick. Driving wise, probably drives the best at any game, like of Simcade. And career mode is awesome, probably the best since Thunder 04. A lot of other stuff's hit or miss. I gave it a 7.5 out of 10. I think it's blows the Heat series out of the water for the most part. Ignition,
Nice.
and most of you Technics games.
That's great. That's all I'm asking for right there.
It's pretty good. I've been having fun with it.
Jeffrey King of another $1.99 from you. And I agree with his take here. Any champion in any format is a legitimate champ. Much as you want to disagree with it, yeah, that's how the rules go. So I agree with that. Jeffrey King, appreciate another $1.99 from you. Eric scared me with the stolen candy skit.
Oh yeah, I still haven't found it. Someone stole the candy. Got to race Groovy Hollow this year to get it back. Apparently, hopefully that works. October
28th,
20th.
right?
Yep, October 28th, Tuesday night. Lead into this show, Groovy Hollow 5. And head to, we plug it, dailydownforce.com/Groovy Hollow. That's where you'll find ways to donate to Victory Junction. That's who we're working with this year. And then if you're interested in driving in the event, open applications can also be found on that site. No guarantee you'll be in the show. We're obviously going to keep the field pretty tight. And we have some special guests that are going to get invites. But if you're interested and want to have a shot at it, feel free to fill that out. Anyway, yeah, I'll put a link in the chat.
Hunter Nixon Fishing, it didn't hide your $4.99, but appreciate that, Hunter. If we do keep some sort of playoff format, we need something like a 3-3-4 style. I'll never defend a one race winner take all race. Yeah, I kind of get what you're saying there. The Racing Rail Fanner 93, appreciate the $5 from you. I hate Hamlin with a burning passion, but I have to admit it would be cool and funny as heck to the suits and give Denny the cup if he wins. Hashtag I stand at 2311. Alex, we did read your super chat earlier to Connor. Appreciate that. We'd also read Justin's super chat to Connor as well. NWP Pick Monkey, appreciate the $5 from you. Danny, as a Patriots fan, I want to thank you and the Titans for firing Mike Vrabel. At least he's not the most recently fired coach of the Tennessee Titans going into this weekend.
Yeah, the Titans have already moved on to another chapter.
Never should have fired him. Never should have hired that bum Brian Callahan. Gosh, you idiots in Nashville.
Maybe it's a step in the right direction. Now, I mean,
better be. We might as well tank and get the best wide receiver we can now. Leaf Opstad, appreciate the $5 from you. I would legitimately cry if Hamlin got the title with his 61st win and vault into solo top 10 all-time in wins. I wonder if next year he could get the 6-7. West Virginia, we did talk about you, your smear campaign against Connor for Jesse Love, the most popular driver.
Brutal.
Thomas the Tank Engine with a $4.99. Jared hit the horn.
which horn?
The train.
There's many horns.
The train.
The whistle?
Hashtag Sodor stands with Zilisch. So excited I got to meet you at Portland. Go get that championship. Sodor stands behind you. He met the train? Wow. What's that for?
Okay.
I said, what's that for? No one said anything.
Oh, I did. I just did it for the hell of it.
Okay. Ross Crashstein, appreciate it to $2. And we said this, don't be silly, vote for Zilly. Yep, that gets our official partnership in this one tonight. Will Griffin, appreciate the $5 from you. As my thing goes down too much, and I got to scroll up. Sorry.
All good.
I demand an Xfinity rematch between Zilly and Chase at Pocono. I loved and hated being at that race. Still love and hate Justin for that restart. Go 88. West Virginia, appreciate a $9.99 from you. It's time for redemption, and we all will clap. It's Jeb time. Oh, yeah, Bowman going to win, probably just a theory. They are all over you, Jarrett.
It's Jebbin time.
They are all over your picks.
I mean, I saw someone in there is like, I don't know how you guys deal with him. He has a stupid smile, and I'm just like, love you, buddy.
NWP picked Monkey with the $5. I'm going to read this exactly the way they wrote it. Danny giving a bum-ass driver's fan base false hope 2 weeks in a row.
Hey, Kyle Busch was 8th this last week. Come on now.
All sports, all day. Appreciate the $1.99. Guys, brace yourself for this one. You're never going to believe that I would ever say these words on my YouTube channel. Go Vols.
Oh, period.
I'm shocked. I don't know what to think anymore.
Hunter Nixon Fishing, appreciate the $1.99 from you. Chick-fil-A has underrated chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah.
Cookie review next week. Tune in.
Pat Motti, appreciate the $5 from you. Moment of silence for anybody who doesn't get to experience Bojangles fries. Love the show, y'all. That is true. Bojangles has some very underrated fries.
Their fries are decent. Biscuits are good.
Ross Crashstein, appreciate the $5 from you. Forgot to mention earlier, any other Quinn House fans nostalgic after this weekend? Also, someone added a Ty Dillon Talent Memorial. Did they really?
All right, someone has to check this.
I'll check it.
Oh, no. You guys keep looking for that. I'll keep reading. Deep Kite, appreciate the $4.99 from you. No bad Brad for picks. Finished second in both races last year. P.S. I love your 3 channels. You give out valuable information / news fans. Thank you, Deep Kite.
Thank you. And yeah, I picked his teammate as a dark horse. Could have picked any of the Roush guys, really.
West Virginia, you've been popping up a lot. Appreciate it, West Virginia. Appreciate the $9.99 from you. Eric, the Mariners have never made the World Series.
I'm actually, even though they're rivals with the Astros, I'm kind of rooting for Seattle. AL West supremacy. Rangers, Mariners, Astros have won like 3 of the last 4 World Series. If the Mariners win it this year, it will be like 3 of the last 4, dominating the American League. I kind of love that.
Wow, listen to this one. Jensen N. Appreciate the $20. Love watching you guys every week. Sweet potato fries and real poke bowls for the win. Aloha from Honolulu.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Awesome.
Aloha.
It must not be even that late out there.
That's
I
crazy.
can check that too.
I don't see any Ty Dillon Talent Memorial on
Same.
Google Maps.
It's probably already
Is
taken
it
down. Probably had to see it a long time ago.
507. 507 in Hawaii right now in Honolulu.
Wow.
Nice.
Just having dinner.
It's gotta be beautiful out there.
Hopefully some sweet potato fries for dinner.
Thomas Jacques, appreciate you being a member of Danny B Superfans for 1 month. Is Jarrett a Philistine for rooting for a Goliath? Good Bible reference.
Sure. I don't friggin' know what I'm agreeing to. It's like signing the Apple terms of agreement. I don't know what the hell I'm signing, but the update will ruin my phone.
And last super chat of the night, I stand of 2311 Carson. Appreciate the $9.99 from you. Richard Petty, Bob, what are you laughing about?
The comments.
Jeez.
Oh gosh. Turbulent conditions to degree.
I have a kid, so no matter what, you know it works.
Well, okay. Moving on. I stand of 2211 Carson. You were the last super chat tonight. Appreciate the $9.99 from you. Richard Petty, Bobby Allison, Joe Wetterly, and Lee Petty, along with Terry Labonte, Earnhardt Sr., Dell Jarrett, Tony Stewart, and Jimmy Johnson are the only drivers to win championships in their 40s or older.
That's a good stat.
And that's the show. We appreciate everyone for your support with your super chats. Always so generous. We always appreciate you guys. As I mentioned earlier, check out my Twitter, my pinned tweet. If you can, show some love to the Doom family. It's been horrible news to find out that rest in peace, little William. And appreciate Connor Zilisch for stopping by, being a mystery guest. We didn't want to plug that for sure in case something come up that he couldn't make it. Was about 95% sure he was going to make it, but really appreciate getting him on early in his racing career, and we hope to have him back again in the future. He makes – how many drivers have we had on this year? We've had Carson Hocevar, we've had Ryan.
Just a handful.
Zilisch. Is that it?
I'm looking through right now. So yeah, Zilisch, Priest.
Vote Zilisch most popular driver. It's the least you can do to
Hocevar.
show your support and gratitude for him being on the show, hanging out with us for a bit.
He talks some racing, but then he just just hung out. You got to see a little bit of the real Connor Zilisch, but the Florida Gator fan.
Had no idea he was a diehard Florida football, basketball fan. That surprised me, but that's cool to know. It fits then that we had an SEC football conversation on the SEC Football Guys channel. It timed out nicely in that regard.
Check out the Danby Balls, the new rising channel, if you want to talk football with me.
And then next week will be on Eric's channel.
Woo! We got a
Ready to go.
photo. That photo is like 5 years old.
Yeah,
We're
probably
ready to go, man.
we all need to update our photos. Mine's from like 5 years ago as well.
Yeah, like I was a little thinner in mine, so like let me work out over the off season before I take a new one. I don't want my giant chipmunk cheeks to be on it.
Let's just put our baby photos up from now on. Let's do that.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, I got a few of them.
love it.
People totally recognize us, but yeah.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, appreciate it. Go Balls. Let's beat Alabama this weekend. Bye-bye.
No rain and
Started off right now.
Right on, come on. Clean outside. Rewind. Unbelievable. Where you playing? We're going. I like the aggression. We probably dropped a great car. You can go tell all those guys up there they can suck it.
What we're about to do is not a good idea.
All good. What is he doing? You gotta be kidding me.
Half the pack is flying apart.
It's so nice to see at the line.
Oh, pack of cars come piling in as well.
Jump. Coming light. Hello. Come back on him.